National anthem is over, and we are ready to start our pregame coverage of the next Bluefield College football showdown. We are live from Pikeville, Kentucky, as the Rams take on the U-Pike Bears in a Mid-South clash here in the Appalachians. Hello, everybody. Bailey Engel here. Glad to have you with us. It is a packed crowd here at Hillard Howard Field in the Hambly Athletic Complex in Pikeville, Kentucky. Both of these teams due for their first win of the season. Let's take a recap of the Rams season so far. Bluefield College last week did not work out for them against a very good Bethel College team, a Bethel University team, as the Rams turned the ball over 6 times. That's 9 turnovers in the first 2 games, and you better believe if the Rams find a way to keep the ball and they practice ball security well this week, it could be a different outcome. Aiden Wilder got through 300 yards in the air last week, something that Dewey Luss remembers or had a hard time remembering the last time one of his quarterbacks did that, especially one of his wide receivers, Lowell Patrone Jr., 198 yards receiving. That is one of the best receiving performances of any Bluefield College receiver in recent memory, and Jaquan Ebron also hauled in one of the 3 touchdown passes from Aiden Wilder in that game. As for the Rams, they did have the Mid-South Appalachian Division Defensive Player of the Week in DeMarcus Wimbush, 16 tackles for the All-American, and he is poised for another big game today, especially with Logan Hinnant out. He is in street clothes at the moment for Bluefield College, and the Rams will have to go up against Zondre Willis, a running back that torched them for 118 yards on the ground a season ago. Let's look at that Pikeville versus Bluefield series history. The Bears are 7-0 all-time against Bluefield College, but it could be a new day today as they are 0-2 off of a couple of tough losses. Had to play against a Division I team in Murray State, lost to them, and then last week nearly pulled off what had been one of the best upsets. And NAIA went on the road to the number 10 team in the nation in Reinhardt and lost that game in overtime. But Bluefield College, the last time they were here, it came down to the final possession. Remember when Cason Witt rolled out in 2017, hit Johnny Myers right in the numbers, and unfortunately the wide receiver couldn't haul it in to give Bluefield what could have been a game-winning touchdown. Then you look at last year, it was a back-and-forth game, both teams trading haymakers with one another, and eventually Pikeville ended up getting the win 41-35, scoring on a run with about 20 seconds left to go in that game. Rams and Bears looking for their first wins of the season respectively when we come back here in Pikeville, Kentucky on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Coin toss about ready to happen between Bluefield College and the U-Pike Bears. This is the home opener for U-Pike, and there is a lot of electricity here in Pikeville, Kentucky. The Bears wearing some pretty snazzy uniforms, really snazzy helmets, chrome helmets that are silver with an orange stripe right down the middle, while the Rams having their white jerseys, blue helmets, and the red pants. Tyrese Henry, DeMarcus Wimbush, Aiden Wilder, and Colin O'Donnell, the captains today for Bluefield College. Just had the toss in the air. The Rams have won it, and they have deferred. So it looks like U-Pike will likely have the ball to start this ball game. They're led by Bowen Smith, the quarterback wearing number 18 for this team from Pikeville, Kentucky, the senior from Aiken, South Carolina, 19 of 41, 1 touchdown, no interceptions through the first 2 games. Last year against Bluefield, he threw a pick 6 to Jonathan Green. He was 13 of 17, 142 yards in that win over Bluefield College. Rams looking for their first ever win against the U-Pike Bears, and they will be on defense to start out. It'll be important for Bluefield College today to make a statement on defense. We saw them start off a little bit slow as the Rams come out from that right end zone to the far sideline where they are set up. They have to be able to make a 3-and-out at the beginning. Faulkner was able to pick them apart to start out the season, and then the Rams were forced to play catch-up in the third quarter. If the turnovers weren't there, who's to say the Rams probably could have caught up. But now today, up against a Mid-South Bluegrass Division team, the Rams are in the Appalachian Division. Got to remember that the Mid-South Conference is the biggest conference in the country, and really the conference doesn't matter at all. It matters where your divisions are. So the Rams will start out Appalachian play very soon. And U-Pike, a team that usually the Rams play at the end of the year. Past 2 seasons, the Rams have played them in the last game and then the penultimate game of the season. Now playing them in the 3rd game. Fans are rowdy here in Pikeville, Kentucky, and they even have a motorcycle with a bear on it in the back. Fireworks shooting off. And the Bears run out from the left end zone onto the near sideline. Well, they are playing on a baseball field and a football field. And, folks, these fireworks could set the mountains on fire right behind us. It seems to be a little much, especially for a team that, you know, is still looking for their first win of the year. These fireworks are still going. And they're still going. I cannot believe this, folks. It is still going on and finally just ended. Oh, hopefully they put that fire out. That is on a river right behind the right end zone. Rams will kick it off to start out in the white jerseys. Pikeville in the black and the chrome helmets. Ready to receive deep for Pikeville. Be Alex Sanders, the running back from Hazelhurst, Georgia, a redshirt freshman. Tanner Griffith ready to kick, wearing number 18, wore number 94 his first 2 seasons, but the junior from Gloucester, Virginia is about ready to go for Bluefield College. We are ready for football in Pikeville, Kentucky, what is turning out to be one of the better rivalries in the Mid-South. Bluefield and Pikeville coming up. As Tanner Griffith ready to go, the clock is ticking down to 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Rams are fired up for this one. This is a game where Sean Kolb was talking about it last week. He did not want to miss it. He missed his 2nd game of his senior year last week. We'll have to see if he gets the go-ahead today, but they are amped up to try to get a win against Pikeville, something they were so close to doing the last 2 years. Griffith sets the ball up on the tee. Sanders, as well as Trevor Jones, are back to receive. Sanders on the left, Jones on the far side. Rams going right to left as Tanner Griffith gets the go-ahead. Looks at both sides of his kickoff team, toes up to the ball, and boots it down the middle of the field on the far side. Jones makes a catch at the 16-yard line, cuts back middle, crosses the 25, breaks free 30, cuts free at the 35, going near sideline 40, 45, 50, into Rams territory 40. Flag comes out. He might be able to go on the 25-yard line and cuts back up to the 22, but there is a marker back of the 49, and this could be coming back. So Trevor Jones nearly took it up to the 22-yard line, but it will be coming back. A penalty marker of the block in the back at the 49-yard line of U-Pike. That sucks a little bit of the energy out of the crowd here. That was amped up because Jones nearly took that to the house. Now the flag came out as he towed into Bluefield territory, and now Bowen Smith is ready to come out. He has split some time with Trevon Wofford. So the block in the back will go on Pikeville's Nicholas Parsley. Wheelersburg, Ohio native, a sophomore. And now instead of starting at the Rams 22, U-Pike will start out at their own 39. And here's Trevon Wofford, the sophomore, as the quarterback with Zondre Willis to his right. 2 receivers on the far end of the field, so the sophomore will get the start. And the Rams have 3 down linemen, 1st and 10 from their own 39. Wofford in the gun. Takes the snap, handoff, Willis up the middle, cuts at the 45, breaks a tackle and gets up close to the first down at the 48-yard line of U-Pike. DeMarcus Wimbush there to make the tackle. It's a 9-yard gain. It'll be second down and short as Wofford stays on the field. Well, the wideout on the near side is Reitz Clark. Made 2 catches against Bluefield last season. He's made 3 this season with 1 touchdown. Alexander Shelton line up as the slot receiver on the right side. There's 3 receivers on the right. Ball spotted in the middle of the field on 2nd and 1. Wofford in the gun. Snapping another handoff to Willis. This time he dances out onto the left side, breaks another tackle, far sideline, 40, and gets dragged down in Rams territory inside the 40-yard line by Tyrese Henry. It's good enough for a first down and a solid gain for U-Pike. This is exactly what has happened to Dino Kaklis' defensive team in the first couple of games where the Rams have struggled against teams on the first drive of the game. So it's 1st and 10 now from the Bluefield 38-yard line. Snap to Wofford, rolling right. Here comes Kirtley breathing down his neck, dumps it on the right side, caught and runs out of bounds inside the 35-yard line by Trevor Jones. So Jones moves it up about 5 yards to the 39-yard line. It'll be second down and 5. Trevor Jones making the catch. Wide receiver from Stanton, Kentucky, and a transfer from Morehead State. That's his 3rd catch of the season. This is a team that likes to run the ball. Have some experienced offensive linemen. The only underclassman is the redshirt sophomore center, Wesley Neese. So once again in the shotgun, 2 receivers on the far end of the field on second down and 5 from the Bluefield 39. Snap to Wofford, handoff Willis, goes to the left, cuts back to the right, and a tackle finally made as he cut up close to first down yardage, and he will up to the 26-yard line. So Willis able to get the go-ahead again as the Rams tackler that time was the defensive end Logan Petrone. Now at the 26-yard line, good enough for a first down. Boy, they have really ran on the Rams early so far. Wofford getting the start. 6'5", 205 quarterback. He's the second leading rusher on the team as well, so the Rams have to watch out for him as Willis lines up to his left. 1st and 10 from the Rams' 27-yard line. He'll keep it on the left side. Shimmy shake move. DeMarcus Wimbush couldn't get him on the first try, and Wofford pulls a couple of Rams close with them up to the 20-yard line, and it's good enough for a gain of about 6 yards. And now a timeout called by the official, and Petrone's helmet popped off, so a new man will have to come in for the Rams. Replacing the defensive end will be Bluefield's Kason Ridgel. So Ridgel, the freshman from Florida, steps in with the Rams now going in a 3-4 front, apparently. So it makes it second down and short to go. They're at the 21. They need to get it up to the 18. So we'll call it second down and a long 3. Once again in the gun, it's Trevon Wofford. Zandre Willis to his right. 2 receivers out on the far end. Rams throw blitz up the middle, pitch out right to Willis. He tries to get out, and he's broken down in the backfield. Sean Cole makes the tackle for the small loss. Maybe he got to the line of scrimmage, depending on the spot, but Sean Cole, welcome back after missing last week. The linebacker from Manassas Park, Virginia, makes the tackle, and it's 3rd down again. So 3rd down and 4 from the 21-yard line of Bluefield. 11:40 left to go, still scoreless between these 2 teams. Wofford looks at his line of scrimmage. They have not huddled up yet. Willis is the running back to his back. 3 receivers out to the left. Ball spotted on the right hash. Rams have 3 down linemen on 3rd and 4. Wofford puts Willis out on the far side. He might dump it to him. Snap to him. Dryer's middle. Tipped and almost intercepted. DeMarcus Wimbush could have hauled that in. It went off of his hands too hard and now forces a 4th down. All-American got in the way, nearly forced a turnover. And now decision time for U-Pike and the head coach Alan Holland Jr. in his 10th season as the head of U-Pike football. And it looks like they will kick it. Zaniel Phillips is out to get the job done. And this could be about a 38-yarder from the right hash. This could be a big stop if they're able to stop him here. From 38, the snap is good, the hold is down, the kick is away, and hits the upright. Good. Bounced in, got a piece of that right upright and makes it 3-0. Still, after the Rams have a slow start, they force them to go out on the special teams, but it's 3-0 after the 38-yarder. You're listening to Bluefield College Football on the Rams Digital Sports Network. So hold your horses, everybody. There was an illegal substitution that the officials failed to call until after the field goal went in. And it's a 5-yard from the previous spot. So instead of it being a field goal, it's a 5-yard penalty, and it moves Pikeville's chains. Wow. I have never seen a prior to the snap penalty take that long to call. Pikeville's kickoff team was already on the field. They were ready. So instead of it being 3-0, it's still 0-0 with 11:07 and counting, and Wofford is back out there for Pike. There was an illegal substitution on the Rams. Wow. From the 21-yard line, close to the red zone. Two receivers on the far side for Wofford. He's still in. High snap, delayed handoff. Willis up the middle, spins across the 20, dances up to the 15, close to the 10, and he crosses it at the 6-yard line. So it's a good gain, and it's a first down. 12-yard gain for Zandre Willis, first and goal. They move it up to the 5-yard line for Pike. Well, the Rams, after they thought they had to stop an illegal substitution, so 10:37 left to go first quarter, still no score. Wofford in the gun. Willis to his left. He'll hand it off to Willis. He's got nowhere to go as the end crashes down on him. It's a 1-yard gain. Making the tackle that time for Bluefield College, it's Michael Barnes. So it'll be second down and goal from about the 4-yard line. So Willis, he is so patient back there, and he finally gets a break as he goes out on the near sideline. New running back in will be Darius Gibson, the sophomore from North Augusta, South Carolina. He actually lines up as one of the other backs. So he lines up almost as a tight end on the left side. Willis is still in, slightly behind Wofford, the quarterback. Snap on second and goal, handoff. Willis cuts to the left. Now he's in. Touchdown. Pike takes the lead. Moments after a call that brought them back out onto the field, an illegal substitution on the field goal. It was 4th and 4 at the time, a 5-yard penalty, and then a 4-yard touchdown rush for Zandre Willis makes it 6-0. So this time, Daniel Phillips is out there trying to boot this one through the uprights to make it 7-0. Junior from Sewanee, Georgia, steps up, kicks it. It's a low duck spiraling kick, but it's good, and it's 7-0. So another time where the Rams give up a touchdown on the first defensive effort of the day with 9:49 left to go in the first quarter. You are listening to the Rams Digital Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. It's 7-0 with 9:49 left to go in this one in the first quarter. Rams thought they had them stopped on a field goal, and then a penalty call gave them a first down. Zondre Willis capped it off with a 4-yard TD rush. Phillips boots the ball deep, and it's caught by Greg Ebron at the 12-yard line. Spins out of a tackle at the 20, nearly lost the ball, and got to the 21-yard line, and that is where the Rams will set up shop on their first offensive drive of the game with 9:44 left to go in the first quarter. Bailey Engel on the call here. We're glad to have you with us on the Rams Digital Sports Network. And the audio call, of course, there is a TV call provided by the folks over here at U-Pike, but if you want the Rams slant on things, tell your friends to tune on over here. So the Aiden Wilder offense is on the field now here at Hillard Howard Field. Aiden Wilder lines up with 3 receivers to his left. Gibson is the running back behind him. Snap handoff, Gibson straight up the middle, and he gets dragged up to the 25-yard line. A solid gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. So Caleb Gibson trying to get more touches, the freshman from Belmont, North Carolina. 2nd down for Bluefield at the 25. Another handoff to Gibson. He veers out left, spins up close to the 30-yard line. Decent gain that time of about 4, and it will be 3rd down and about a yard. Bluefield wants to get that run game going, so Aiden Wilder isn't forced to scramble all day. He has Jaquan Ebron as a slot receiver, as well as Ben Mead out on the near side. Snap to him, another handoff to Gibson. This time he gets nowhere. Defensive line smashes him there, led by Tyler Little and Cole Kidwell, as well as Brandon Gibson. So now it's 4th down and 1, and you have to punt it. You're only at the 30-yard line. The Rams went run, run, run 3 times, something they usually don't do. And Tanner Griffith, ready to be out on the field, as is Michael Everett, the linebacker for Bluefield on the special teams. And now Bluefield will have to punt it from their own 30-yard line. So after being down 7-0, 8.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter, Tanner Griffith is ready, and he's awaited by Austin Turner, the wide receiver for Pikeville, deep back to receive at his own 38-yard line. 7-0, the score clock ticking down to 8:15. Griffith with his heels at his own 15-yard line. Whistle blows, and it seems like there's a flag on the play. Are the Rams ready to get this one off? And they weren't. It's a delay of game. That's 2 penalties for Bluefield. And it's not immediately evident where this play clock is. Well, they're tucked away in the corners. They are not on the actual scoreboard, which is on the left pylon of the right end zone. So now after the delay of game, he has to kick it all the way back from his own 10-yard line. Turner awaits at his own 40. Griffith gets a deep punt off, sending Turner on a back pedal all the way back to the 25. Has to cut out left, still looking for room, and he's tackled by Michael Everett at the U-Pike 29-yard line, make it the 30. Great punt by Tanner Griffith, a reigning Appalachian Division Special Teams Player of the Week. U-Pike will set up. We'll have to see if they go with the rush attack once more. 8:02 left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 the score. Ball is spotted on that left hash of U-Pike as they jog out onto the field here in the Appalachian Mountains with the chrome helmets and the black jerseys with the orange letters going left to right. Wofford is the quarterback still for U-Pike. Zondre Willis, who capped off that last touchdown drive with his own touchdown, is out as the back. 3 receivers on the right side, handed off, and it won't be Willis this time as he dances up to the 30-yard line for little to no gain. DeMarcus Wimbush there, also with Carter Fry on the effort, and it's Rashad Butler, the running back, is in. He was not on the 2 deep, as Butler will get a couple of touches here already. First down turns to 2nd down and long. So 2nd down and about 9 to go from the 31-yard line. Wofford getting a new call from Al Holland Jr., head coach and the offensive coordinator. 3 receivers out to the right side, ball from the left hash. Snap, play action, whips it left side. It's caught for a first down, breaks free. 45-50. Now Rams territory, far sideline. Tyrese Henry to beat, and he pushes him out of bounds deep in Bluefield College territory. That's a Reeds Clark who made the catch, and now is in the red zone all the way up to the Bluefield College 18-yard line. So it's a gain of about 52 yards. Just a one-on-one ball had Greg Amos beat. Now after Clark, actually that's Robert Sims III that made the catch. So Robert Sims III, that's his 5th catch of the year and his longest of the season. Before that, he had made a 47-yard catch. It's already 7-0. Sims the third, taking the Rams deep into their own territory. Wofford's out there, as is Willis, the running back to his right. Two receivers on the right, and a flag thrown. Have to see what happens here, if it can push U-Pike a few yards back, and it will be. It's a delay of game. So a 5-yard penalty called on U-Pike. 7-0. Pikeville leads. Trying to score on their second straight drive. Now it's first down and 15 from their own 23-yard line. Now bringing a man in motion. Snap to Wofford. Fakes the handoff, draws up the middle, hurdle move at the 15-yard line, and hits the ground hard near the 14. It was an acrobatic play and a gain of about 10 yards. It'll be second down and 5. Move it up to the 15-yard line. Need to get right about to the 9, so we'll call it second down and 6, actually. Clock continues to run, 6:13 and counting. U-Pike not huddling up on the far hash in Bluefield territory and in the red zone. Second down and 6 to go. Wofford, the quarterback. He was listed as the backup. Bowen Smith was the starter listed on the 2 deep. And now they bring in a rushier attack. Is now the play action. Throws on the left side. Tipped. Bluefield getting a hand on it. Carter Fry put a palm on it. Pass intended on the far side for Sims again, and now it'll be third down and about 6 to go. So this could be another stop for Bluefield. And if you're U-Pike, you might as well keep the ball on the ground. Trying to air it out. The Rams have been able to ping that ball around and cause turnovers before, as Wofford lines up on 3rd and 6. 3 receivers out to the right. Third down and 6. Fakes the handoff, drops back, throws middle, tipped and almost intercepted. Rams coming up with a stop there. It'll be 4th down and 6 from the Bluefield College 14-yard line. And Daniel Phillips is going to come out to try to make this a 10-0 game. So after Bluefield gives up the 52-yard reception to Sims the third, they come up with a stop in their own red zone. Phillips is out to try to kick this one away. It'll be right around a 31-yarder from the left hash. Rams trying to set up to block this one, and a whistle blows. Phillips booted it off after the timeout and missed it, actually. Have to see who called this timeout, and it was Bluefield. So the Rams might not have had the right personnel on ready for that block attempt. 5:47 left to go, first quarter, 7-0, 4th down and 6 for U-Pike, ready to kick a field goal. So they are back and ready to kick. Daniel Phillips with a 31-yarder. The snap is down, the hold is good, and the kick is up and good. Through the uprights, makes it 10-0. 5:43 left to go in the first quarter. And U-Pike has taken a 2-score lead over the Bluefield College Rams, only on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Rams down 10-0 here on the Rams Digital Sports Network with 5:43 left to go. Looking to set up another offensive possession. Daniel Phillips steps up to the ball and boots it deep on the far side. Greg Ebron makes a fair catch at the 10-yard line. That will move the Rams up to the 25-yard line. So Ebron moves them up to the 25-yard line. Well, if you fair catch it, I'm pretty sure, as we're telling other people in the booth, inside the 10, you can move it up to the 25. That's a new rule. So now the Rams will start out from their own 25-yard line. And that was actually a new rule that fooled me last year as well. So Ebron makes a smart decision that moves him up to the 25. Here is Aiden Wilder, quarterback for Bluefield, trying to get a first down. Gibson is the running back behind him. 3 receivers on the near side. 4 down linemen for U-Pike. Snap to Wilder, dropped the ball, picks it up, and dives for about a yard gain. He was not ready for the snap from McLean. Curtly hit him right in the chest. And, boy, for Bluefield, every time the ball hits the ground, you are just thinking, oh, no, not again, because the Rams have turned the ball over 9 times in 2 games. 5:23 left to go. Rams 2nd down and 9 from the 26. Wilder's in the gun. Hard snap count. Handed off to Gibson, a delayed handoff, and that had no room to go. Irvin crashed off the edge. It's a short gain, 3rd down and 8. And you better believe Wilder's going to try to air it out here. Patron had 198 receiving yards last week. He is matched up on the cornerback Josh Green, who made 10 tackles against the Rams last season. 10 tackles this year, only 1 against the Rams, as Bluefield brings in another lineman on the near side. 3rd down and 8 to go from the 27. Snap to Wilder, drops to throw, flushed out to the left, spinning for space. He's going to have to throw it. Heaves it over the middle. It's caught by Jaquan Ebron across the 40-yard line. Wilder, wow, he was running out of room, threw it across his body, and the Charlotte native hauled it in for the first Rams first down of the day at the 41-yard line. What a bullet from the Oregon native, though. So it's a first down for Bluefield, under 4.5 minutes to go, as Patron lines up as the wide receiver. Another handoff to Gibson, spins out of the first tackle and wrestles his way up close to the 44-yard line. About a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. Linebackers there again for U-Pike. That was Broadnax. So 2nd down and 7 from their own 44-yard line. Snap to Wilder, looks left, pump fake, draws up the middle, crosses the 45, now at the 50. 45 of U-Pike, and he's all the way up to the 40 of U-Pike. Good gain for Bluefield as Wilder made something out of nothing with his feet there, finally in U-Pike territory with 3:50 left to go in the first quarter. So Wilder is the quarterback, Gibson still the running back beside him. Ebron, Ben Mead, as well as Greg Ebron on the far side with Patron, the one-on-one man on the near side. 1st down and 10 from the U-Pike 40. Bluefield down by 10. It's 10-0, looking for their first score. 1st down and 10, snap to Wilder, fires right on a screen, caught by Greg Ebron, and shoestring tackled for a loss by the cornerback. Nowhere to go thanks to Cedric Thomas. Saw that bubble screen from a mile away. That dropped a yard loss for Bluefield. It'll be 2nd down and 11 from their own, the U-Pike 42, so 2nd down and 12. Trying to make sure the spots are right here. 2nd down and 12. Wilder back in the shotgun, 2 receivers left. Gibson right behind him. Hard snap count. It's a high snap as Wilder draws up the middle and only gets up to the 39-yard line. Gain of 3, 3rd down and 9. I think at this point you're in no man's land for Bluefield College, so it might be 4-down territory. Tanner Griffith was warming up and hitting some 40-yarders, but right now this would be about over a 50-yard kick. So it'd be very tough for Tanner Griffith. 3rd down and 9 from the 39. Snap to Wilder, steps up, throws middle, almost intercepted, and then off of the deflection, Jaquan Ebron had a chance at it. So now it is 4th down and 9, nearly intercepted by Taryn Brown. Well, Taryn Brown has been a solid player for U-Pike on the defensive end, leading the team in tackles. And for Bluefield College, they're going to set up to punt this one, so playing field position, and another 4th down coming out. Kind of disappointing after the Rams picked up a couple of big first downs there, especially the one to Jaquan Ebron on 3rd and long. Turner is back at his own 10-yard line. We'll have to see if Tanner Griffith can pin down U-Pike today. 2:27 left to go first quarter. Griffith is back at his own 45. It's a good snap. He gets off a punt, and it is a spiraling one on the far sideline. See where they will spot it. Official still walking across the 15, close to the 20. And right there, that is where he will spot it. U-Pike has 80 yards to go to try to score their second touchdown of the game. 2:22 left to go first quarter. Bailey Engel on the call for you here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. So Bluefield College's defense has given up a couple of big plays. That last one to Robert Sims III, a 52-yard reception. And they finally came up with a stop. They've really had him stop 2 times. That first time they were able to convert on a 4th down thanks to a substitution penalty. Wofford still the quarterback. Willis the running back to his right. Wofford, the very tall quarterback at 6'5", gets the snap. Back to throw, looks right, fires right. Caught by Clark at the 30-yard line, spins onto the near side. The Rams drag him down. It's a first down and a gain of about 12 yards. Tyrese Henry and DeMarcus Wimbush teaming up on the 6'6" wide receiver. And that gets U-Pike out of Dodge very quickly. They were back to their own 20, moves it up to the 33, make it a gain of 13 yards. Wofford looking mechanical so far in that chrome helmet. First quarter coming down to an end. Inside of 2 minutes to go. 1st and 10 U-Pike from their own 33. 3 down linemen for Bluefield. Snap to Wofford, handoff Willis, trying to bump out to the left, breaks a tackle, and he scoots up across the 35-yard line, close to the 37. Rams have not been able to tackle this shifty running back on the first try. He's just 5'10", 185. Well, the defensive line for Bluefield has had trouble without the linebackers. Chavez Hill and Michael Everett getting a piece of him there. So it's about 2nd down and 6. It's a gain of 4. Move it up to the 37. Once again in the gun, taking their time. Play clock is down to 15. 2 receivers to the right, 1 on the left on the short end of the field. Snap to Wofford, looks to throw, ends collapsing, fires far sideline. It's caught for the first down and more. Dancing down that far sideline, cutting back at the 35, spins inside the 30. Amos finally brings him down in Bluefield territory, but a whistle blows all the way back at the Bluefield 39. Instead of it being at the 28, it is good enough for a first down, though, after the catch was made. That's Alexander Shelton, wide receiver for U-Pike. Boy, Bluefield has not been able to really stifle these attempts on these little screen passes. So 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 1st down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Snap to Wofford, handoff Willis, bumps out left far sideline, crossing the 30, 1st down and more, 20, cutting on the far sideline again, and Amos finally shoves him out of bounds in the red zone at the 14-yard line. Boy, Bluefield, something's got to give on these runs from Zandre Willis. It's already 10-0. Clock is restarted at 30 seconds. Wofford and this U-Pike team relentless going down the field. Rams could be down 17-0 at the end of this one if they are not able to make a stop. Wofford, play action, looks to throw, fires right. It's caught at the 10-yard line, wrestled back. Travis Clinch makes the tackle after Clark made the catch at the 10-yard line, and they'll give it to him at the 11. That will be it for the first quarter. It'll be 2nd down and about 6 to go, 5, but it's 10-0 after the first quarter of play. Flipping sides of the field. U-Pike leading in this one in Kentucky. Welcome back, ready to start the second quarter here on the Rams Digital Sports Network inside of a crowded Hambly Athletic Complex. Second down and about 6 to go from the Bluefield College 10-yard line. They need to get it close to the 4. U-Pike driving again. Snap to Wofford, play action, rolls out left, fires close to the end zone, caught by Jones, lunges for the goal line, and he is there for the first down. He only got to the 1-yard line. Tyrese Henry fought him out. It'll be first down and goal for U-Pike. 10-0, the Bears lead. Second quarter has started, and boy, U-Pike, something needs to stop them. The Rams have just been slugged down the field so far. Wofford comes out, and it looks like they have a new package coming in for U-Pike. Maybe a Wildcat package here, as Jaden Neese will line up as the quarterback. Rather, it's Butler. Butler takes a high snap, rolls out to the right, still Jukes trying to drag his way close to the goal line, and he is in. So Rashad Butler runs in, a flag comes out after, and now it is 16-0. If you're Bluefield College, you got to take these in stride at this point. So Butler came in on Wildcat, took the high snap, ran it right in. And that is Rashad Butler, a former Bluefield College Ram. Remember, he was one of the best running backs for Bluefield College in their history, now taking a touchdown in for Bluefield, or against Bluefield. Tough one here. Sportsmanlike conduct called on DeMarcus Wimbush, his former teammate. And actually goes on U-Pike. So that was not Rashad Butler. That was Christopher. Oh, that is going to go on Alexander Shelton. Oh, the snap, the hold is down, the kick is up, and good. Makes it 17-0. Pikeville caps off on a short touchdown. And now for Bluefield, something's got to give when we come back. So the touchdown was actually Alexander Shelton. Rashad Butler is on this team for U-Pike, but Alexander Shelton, the wide receiver, lining up in what they call the wild bear here and taking it into the end zone, make it 17-0 with 14-17 left to go in the first half. Rams, they have had 2 first downs, but they need to connect on a few more of those as Daniel Phillips steps up to the ball, boots it deep, and it's caught by Tyrese Henry at the 10-yard line. Tries to pull it up the middle, crosses the 25, a spin move, and he's flattened down at the 29-yard line. That's where the Rams will start. Bluefield College looking for a big play in this game. 17-0, they are down. And unfortunately for Bluefield College, these games have just started off as lopsided efforts in each one of the contests. They have yet to turn the ball over today, but they need to find rhythm. Jordan Huntley now in as the running back. Darius Gibson was the running back for U-Pike, and Caleb Gibson the running back for Bluefield. Got the start, and here's Huntley. Snap to Wilder, drops back, fires middle, caught by Ebron, and then dropped. He was hit hard by Taryn Brown as he crossed the middle. Wasn't really hung out to dry. Ebron made the catch, and Brown, the leading tackler for U-Pike, broke that ball up. It's 2nd down and 10. Right, for Bluefield, I think you have to score on this drive here. I know it's only the second quarter, and just about 56 seconds into it with 14:04 left, but you can't go down possibly 4 touchdowns coming up, or excuse me, 4 scores. 2nd down and 10 from the 30. Wilder flips it right, caught by Patron. He's still on his feet and dragged out of bounds on the far sideline for a 3-yard gain up to the Bluefield 33-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Inside of 14 minutes left to go in the first half, 17-0 the score. U-Pike is 0-2, and they look hungry for a win, where the Rams are 0-2, and they just kind of look lost to start out, unfortunately. 3rd down and 7 to receivers either side. Greg Ebron, the receiver on the near end. Jaquan Ebron, the slot receiver on the near end. Wilder takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. Dumps it right. Caught by Huntley. Cuts back up the middle. Breaks a tackle across the 35 and lunges close to the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4th down and short. And I think that Bluefield might have to punt it again. At this point, for Bluefield, the right move is to punt it. But if you just give the ball right back to them, there's has to be some adjustments made if the Rams want to try to kick this one away. They're just jogging now. Play clock is now down at 17 seconds. Tanner Griffith back to punt once more. Austin Turner back at the 20-yard line. Now play clock is down to 10. Rams still lining up. Now it's 7. Now it's 6. At 5, 4. Griffith still waiting the ball. He gets it now. Steps up and boots a deep punt away on the far side. Turner chasing to try to get it. Takes a Rams bounce inside the 10. Rolling close to the 5-yard line. All the way up at the 6. Great punt for Tanner Griffith. Michael Everett finally gets a paw on it at the 6-yard line of U-Pike. A huge punt there for the Gloucester, Virginia native. And for once, U-Pike is going to start inside their own 10-yard line with 12:32 left to go. So in the second quarter, 17-0. Alexander Shelton scoring the touchdown on the Wild Bear formation. Andre Willis scored a touchdown on the first drive. And I think that was a tone setter when U-Pike scored a touchdown on the first drive, but they scored it after they had already lined up for a field goal, kicked it in. Everybody thought it was 3-0, and then the referee said that there was an illegal substitution on Bluefield. That play was 4th and 4, so it's a 5-yard penalty that gave U-Pike the first down. And after that, they scored a touchdown. They kicked another field goal the drive after that. And then on the last drive, they ended up scoring. 17-0. Wofford still back as the quarterback, takes the snap, handoff. Willis tripped up as he got close to the 10. That's where they'll spot him. It's a 4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6. Linebacking core there to get him again, DeMarcus Wimbush. So 2nd down and 6. Wofford, the quarterback. Boy, he has been strong, and the Rams have not been able to really adjust to anything he has done so far. 17-0 the score. 12 minutes, 5 seconds and counting left to go in the second quarter. 2nd down and 6 from their own 10-yard line. 2 receivers perched out to the left. Wofford with Willis to his left. Steps up to the line of scrimmage, calls an audible. Waits for the ball, he gets it now. Snap back. Looks to throw, rolls to the left, sets his feet, hangs a bomb to Sims down the near sideline, and incomplete, no doubt about it. 2 flags coming up, and Travis Clinch got up. It's almost laughable at this point. That is, Travis Clinch got up, dragged him down, no doubt about it, and then 2 flags sailed in. And Clinch got up like he had just made a great defensive play, but I think you could see from Mars that that was a pass interference call. But, you know, it might be the smart play for a pass interference call because it's only a 15-yard penalty. It's not like the NFL where they're going to move it up to the 45-yard line of Bluefield. Instead, they'll move it up 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, so they'll move it up to the 25. So it might be a smart penalty with that idea, but if you get up and act like you did something, well, it's a learning experience for the young man. 1st down and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Oh, Wofford, that was the biggest bomb he threw today, and boy, does have an arm. 2 receivers out to the right side. Wofford's ready to go. Snap, hand off to Butler. No, keep it on the near sideline, crossing the 25. A flag out in the backfield as Wofford tight ropes down the near sideline. Steps out of bounds at his own 34, but this could be coming back. Would have been good enough for a 1st down, but it's a holding on Pikeville. So U-Pike will be pushed back after the big gain on this one. Well, as Wofford was crossing the line of scrimmage, that flag came out. Another 10-yard penalty, so it'll be 1st down and very long. So it'll be about 1st down and 20 from their own 14-yard line. Had to move all the way up to the 35 to get the first down. So U-Pike first down and very long, 11:35 left to go second quarter. Zondre Willis lines up as the running back with two receivers on the far side. Calls for the ball and now calls for an audible. Al Holland Jr., the offensive coordinator, also looking at his QB coach, Trevor Hoskins. Wofford looks for a new call, 11:30 left to go, first down and 20. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, draws on the left side. Looked like the exact same play, but Bluefield wasn't fooled this time. DeMarcus Wimbush teaming up with Tyrese Henry. Also have to look out for the defensive end that time. Michael Barnes getting a shoestring tackle. So it's a gang tackle for Bluefield, down 17-0. They're going to need more of those and a big stop. Second down and long. The 18-yard line of U-Pike. Need to get it to the 35, so about 17 yards to go. Wofford looking for the call on the near sideline, and those chrome helmets as the sun continues to set here in Pikeville, Kentucky. Three receivers out to the far side. Shelton, the big slot receiver, matched up with Michael Everett. Everett might want to look to blitz here. No, he'll drop back in coverage. On the snap, Wofford pump fake. All day to throw. Steps up, heaves it down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. A flag came out as he threw it. Could this be a hold again on U-Pike? I mean, folks, he could have read a book back there. He had all day to throw. Heaved it down the middle of the field. I'm not really sure who that was intended for because it was about 15 yards in front of everyone. Wofford just throwing an absolute moonshot there. And instead, it's an illegal hands to the face on Bluefield, called on Miles Hunt Cruz. And I believe that would be, even though it's second down and very long, that is an automatic first down. So an illegal hands to the face. And they will replay the down. My apologies, folks. Second down and 8. So they move it up to the Pikeville 27-yard line. Second down and 8, 10:24 left to go. It was second down and 17. So now second down and 8 from their own 28-yard line. U-Pike lines up in the pistol formation. Snap to Wofford. Handoff right up the middle, and he's dragged down for a short gain. It wasn't Willis that time. Yes, it was actually. Zondre Willis gets about 2 yards. No gain on the play. So third down and 8 again. This could be a huge stop for Bluefield. They need some momentum. Rams are down 17-0, 9:53 left to go. They will get the ball to start out the second half, but that would mean a lot more if they get a score on the board before halftime. Third down and 8 from their own 28-yard line. U-Pike with the ball. Twins receivers out to the right, one on the left. Wofford ready to go. Takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. Rams looking for a sack. Michael Barnes brings him down. Ball came out at the end. Was he down? Rams would have recovered right there. And they are still waiting on the call. And it's a fourth down. So a sack from Michael Barnes, which will send out the punt team for the first time today for the Bears. Just the second time today. Tyrese Henry is back. We haven't seen U-Pike punt this deep in their own territory. They're only at their own 26-yard line. William Chandler is out there. 9 minutes left to go. 17-0 the score. 8:55 left. Fourth down and 9. Snap to Chandler on line. Goes out to the right on a rugby-style punt. Henry will watch it go into the Bluefield bench, and we have to see where they spot this one. I believe Bluefield will start out in Pikeville territory. Official still walking close to the 40-yard line, and he sets up there. That's an absolute guess, but the Rams only 40 yards to try to get into the end zone for the first time. 17-0 the score. 8:43 left to go in the second quarter. Thanks to all of you tuning in here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. A tough one for Bluefield College so far. First down and 10. Finally, a little bit of momentum for Bluefield College. Huntley lines up as the running back behind Wilder. First down and 10 from the 40. Snap, handoff Huntley, up the gut, nowhere to go. Out to the 38. Call it the 37.5. Second down and 8 to go. Linebackers there again for U-Pike. It's Alexander Carmichael and Joe Fluker. So second down and 8 from the 38. 8:23 left to go. Rams down 17-0. Wilder whips it out right on the screen, tries to get a block, ducks his head across the 35, bumps out backwards, and he's tackled at the 40-yard line, but they will give him forward progress to the 36. It's a 2-yard gain, and it'll be third down and 6 to go with 8 minutes left to go in the first half. Now I think there's no doubt that this is 4-down territory for Bluefield College. They have not had a drive start out in this favorable of field position yet today. Third down and 6 from the 36 of U-Pike. Greg Ebron, the receiver to the far side. Jaquan Ebron is the slot receiver. Ben Mead, the slot on the left side, as well as Lowell Patrone. Wilder steps back, fires far sideline, looking for Patrone, trying to make the catch inside the 5, incomplete. Oh, he was teamed up pretty badly there. Matched up with the cornerback Cedric Thomas. And I think the Rams should have to go for it. It's actually Josh Green that was the corner. Aiden Wilder staying on the field. It'll be 4th down and 6. They need to get it up to the U-Pike 30. They're at the 36-yard line. Rams are setting up, still looking for the call on the far sideline from offensive coordinator Mike Ketchum. 3 receivers out to the left. Greg Ebron, the lone receiver on the right. Ben Mead shuffles over onto the right side. Snap, and Wilder goes for the pooch punt. U-Pike was not expecting it. Greg Ebron watches the ball roll all the way into the end zone. I don't really think that Greg Ebron knew exactly what was happening there. He was watching the ball roll, and he let it roll into the end zone. He could have just kicked that ball at the 3-yard line if he wanted to, but instead watch it roll into the end zone. And that might be the microcosm of the first couple of games for this Bluefield College team. Just need to know what's going on. And a few laughs from the Bluefield College, the U-Pike crowd, because it was a beautiful punt from Aiden Wilder. And now they set it up at the 20-yard line where they could have stopped at the 1. I mean, Ebron was about 2 yards deep in the end zone and just let the ball roll. He just let it roll and downed it in the end zone. I don't know. First down and 10 for U-Pike at their own 20-yard line. And he is a talented receiver, just maybe didn't know what to do there. Bowen Smith is the quarterback for the first time today. So Wofford gets a break. I'm not sure why. They're up 17-0. Why stop that? It's a handoff to Gibson, cutting at the 25, breaks out 30, 35, 40, spins at the 45 on the far sideline, 50. Tyrese Henry finally lowers the shoulder into him, and a flag came out as Henry lost his helmet, and I think this could come back about 15 yards. Bluefield is not tackled well. So that was Darius Gibson with a big first down gain there. Henry lost his helmet. I believe that Henry will have to sit out a play, but a flag came out right at the end. He might have just pushed the helmet off of him. Could have been a legal use of the hands from Gibson or a face mask or something. And it was a face mask on Gibson. So it's a 15-yard penalty after a monster run from Darius Gibson. 17-0 the score, 7:13 left to go in the second quarter. Rams have had no answers, so instead of it being up at the Bluefield 45, it's at the U-Pike 40. Bowen Smith stays in as the quarterback. Gibson is still in as the running back. Doesn't get that many touches, but this is a U-Pike team that is hungry after being 0-2. Rams need some sort of break. First down and 10 now from the U-Pike 40. After the face mask call that pushed the helmet off of Tyrese Henry. First down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Bowen Smith lines up as the quarterback, 2 receivers far side. Snap to Smith, delayed handoff, no play action across the middle, and another pass interference call on Travis Clinch. He had pushed down the wide receiver that time. I believe that was Dawson Lackey. Sutton was the wide receiver. He pushed him down right as the throw was coming in. So it's a 15-yard penalty. So this moves the ball up right to around where Gibson had the face mask. So that's a first down for the Bears at the Bluefield 48-yard line. 17-0 inside of 7 minutes. Bowen Smith, the QB, trips receivers to the far side. Ball spotted on the left hash. Offensive line has worked very well for U-Pike today. Smith claps the hands, ready to go. Gets the snap, whips it right, caught there. Shelton cuts it up now at the 45-yard line. Breaks free at the 35, far sideline. It's spun down at the 32-yard line by Greg Amos. So Shelton made the catch. It's good enough for a gain. Already has a touchdown today. Bowen Smith called an audible right as that play was about to start and whipped it out to the right. So now a first down for U-Pike, and they are draining Bluefield's energy source. 6:25 left to go. Another good drive for U-Pike. And the crowd's silent here as U-Pike is working very quickly. First down and 10 at the 32 of Bluefield. Smith is ready, trips receivers to his left now, wide end of the field. Play action, hangs a fade near on the far sideline, overthrown. He was looking for Clark. Clark had about a step on Greg Amos, but decent coverage there. Didn't have him beat too bad. Second down and 10 at the Bluefield 32. Finally a quick break. Rams need a turnover so badly, and if you can remember 2 years ago, Bluefield nearly had U-Pike here at Hambley Athletic Complex. Antonio Dawkins had what would have been a game-sealing pick six, hit him in the chest, and it just dropped out. Second down and 10 from the 32-yard line of Bluefield. Bowen Smith gets the call. His first drive as the quarterback, the senior from Aiken, South Carolina. Sets up on second down and 10 with trips receivers to his left on the near end and wide end of the field. Snap, play action, fires middle, caught by Shelton across the 20, breaks free at the 15, 10, jukes at the 5, far sideline, lunging for the goal line. He is in. Touchdown. A 30-yard pass from Bowen Smith. They had him tackled, and Bluefield has showcased some poor tackling today as Bowen Smith comes in and throws a TD. 23-0 with a PAT coming up. Daniel Phillips ready to kick with 5:56 left to go in the second quarter. Snap, the hold, the kick is up, and good. 24-0. Pikeville on an 80-yard drive, already up 24-0 over the Bluefield College Rams. We'll step aside and be right back for the rest of the second quarter on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Rams are down 24-0, 5:56 left to go. 2 touchdowns already in the second quarter as Daniel Phillips boots an end-over-end kick back at the 13-yard line, bobbled and caught by Tyrese Henry, and tackled hard at the 21-yard line of Bluefield. Rams have been stifled on offense. They've had no answers on defense, and Bluefield has just not looked ready to play today. They have had missed tackles. Alexander Shelton isn't John Riggins or Marshawn Lynch. There's no reason he should have been able to break that many tackles on that last catch, but he did. And he took it right into the end zone on a 30-yard pass from Bowen Smith. It's 24-0. U-Pike has looked hungry for their first win of the season. Rams have looked lost so far in the first half. Wilder takes the snap, fires down the middle, looking for Ebron. Nearly intercepted, but a flag coming out. It'll be PI on U-Pike. Ebron bumping into the defensive back that time as he cut into U-Pike territory. And that will be called after he nearly beat him there. That was U-Pike's defensive back, Trey Short. Short bumped off of Ebron, nearly had it picked off. It wouldn't have counted anyway. It's a pass interference and a 15-yard penalty that'll move the Rams up to right around the 36-yard line of U-Pike, or of their own, excuse me. the 37. First down and 10 for Bluefield at the U-Pike 37-yard line. 5:45 left to go. Takes the snap. Ends collapsing. He'll draw up the middle. Crosses the 40 on a sprint. Lowers the shoulder up to the 45-yard line. Boy, he took a hit that time. It'll be second down and 2 for Bluefield at the 45 of their own, trying to get it up to the 47 of Bluefield. That'll give them a first down. 5:25 left to go. Rams in the shotgun. Two receivers either side, down 24-0. Wilder is ready to go. Looks for the ball. Movement on the line, takes the snap, looks to throw. Decent protection, now has to roll out to the left. Might draw again, and he does, lowering the shoulder and gets up to the 48-yard line. Good enough for a gain of 3. First down, Bluefield. So the protection was good, and then that B gap slightly opened up. There was a blitzer there for the Bears. Flushed Wilder out, made the run. He has been the leading rusher today for Bluefield, and it's really not close. Inside of 5 minutes left to go today in this first half. 24-0 the score. U-Pike is leading. Two receivers lined up to the right. Twins receivers on the left as well. We're in a bunch on the short end. Showing blitz on the ends. And now Bluefield will have to try to pick this up. They do blitz as Wilder steps back, throws right side. Caught by Ebron. Spins out of a tackle. And momentum drags him out of bounds at the U-Pike 45. It'll be second down and 2 to go. A gain of 8. So second down, 3 to go, we'll call it. Wilder with two receivers on either side again, lining up in the exact same formation. 4:18 on second down, drops back, draws up the middle, gets a block from Huntley, crosses the 40, and now spins across the 35-yard line to the 34. Wilder might as well do it all today. He wants Bluefield to get into the end zone. Jaquan Ebron has made a couple of good catches. Logan Patron only 1 catch after he had 8 receptions last week against Bethel. So first down for Bluefield at the U-Pike 35. No huddle again. 3:57 and counting in the first half left to go. Wilder back, fires left, caught by Patron and dropped. Had to turn around at the 25-yard line. Would have been a decent catch for Lowell Patron. And instead, it'll be second down and 10. Well, Aiden Wilder, 5 touchdowns so far this year, 54% completion percentage. And he has ran for his life today. 3:52 left to go, second down and 10 from the 35. Two receivers either side as Wilder takes the snap, fires middle, incomplete. Solid effort by Jordan Broadnax there. Tavis White was the intended receiver, the running back lining up in the slot. Be third down and 10 from the U-Pike 35. This is where the Rams have stalled out so far today. They are in 4-down territory unless really they kind of see the way this game is going. They need to score on this drive if they have any hope. Down 24-0. Wilder's in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks right, draws up the middle, breaks across the 35, now the 30, 25-20, veers out to the right and taken down at the 17-yard line. First down, Bluefield, as Aiden Wilder converts yet another first down with his legs. The senior from Oregon pushing Bluefield into the red zone for the first time today. Clock is down to 3.5 minutes left to go. First down for Bluefield at the 18 of U-Pike. Ben Mead and Patron on the left as Wilder back to throw. Fires for Patron, turns around, and he can't get there. Great defense on the play from the corner. That was Green, Cedric Green that made the, or Josh Green, excuse me, that made the play. We were looking for his name here, Josh Green. Turned around, had it tipped, and they have covered Patron well. Second down and 10 at the 18. Two receivers either side, the Ebrons on the right, Mead and Patron on the left. No Antonio Strickland, he is no longer on the team. And, well, the Rams will have to go with Ben Mead here if they want to get something done in the slot. Low snap, Wilder dropped the ball, picked it up, throws off his back foot near side, and he just threw it away. That's the second time he has dropped the snap so far, and we heard him before the game complaining that the speed of the snaps was not there. Third down and 10 at the 18-yard line. (24-0) from the U-Pike 18. Rams trying to score for the first time tonight. 3:15 left to go. Snap to Wilder, back to throw, draws up the middle, and a big sack. That's a big tackle that drops Bluefield all the way back to their own the U-Pike 24. That was Wilson on the sack. And now Tanner Griffith will line up for a pretty long field goal. The Rams had it up to the 18. It's a huge loss out of the 24. And this will be right around a 41-yard field goal kick. Verbal, the holder. Snap is there. The hold is down. The kick is away. And good from 40 yards out for Tanner Griffith. What a beauty. And the Rams have ended a shutout attempt by Pikeville. Rams get on the board for the first time today, 24-3 with 2:34 left to go in the first half. You are listening to Bluefield College Football on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Tanner Griffith, after kicking it through the uprights, is ready to kick it off for Bluefield after nailing a 40-yarder. Jones and Butler back deep to receive as Griffith sends a high kick to Butler at the 20-yard line. Veers out towards the middle, crossing the 30, near sideline 35, and across the 40-yard line. See where they spot it. That was not Butler once again. One day he will get a touch. It's Alex Sanders. See where they will spot it. And they spot it at the U-Pike 43-yard line. Tanner Griffith has done a good job of booting away field goals, but sometimes these kicks should go as touchbacks for him. Need a little bit more leg, and the Rams' kickoff coverage could be a little better as well. It's all the way up to the 43 of U-Pike, and we saw Bowen Smith on the last drive, and we'll see him again. He connected with Shelton for his second touchdown of the game. Shelton has done it on the ground and in the air. Three receivers out to the right. Bowen Smith, the senior quarterback. Flags come out, and this could be an illegal motion on a U-Pike to start out their drive. And it's a false start. Got a new offensive lineman in. He was not on the two deep. It's Wesley Neese. Moves it back to the 38-yard line. So Neese was 65 before, now 54. The center. I don't know how the center gets a false start. Maybe a snap infraction. First down and 15, snap to Smith. Play action. Throws deep down the near sideline and complete. Pump fake rather than play action as Sims was ready to make that catch and run it into the end zone. Just overthrew him by about 5 yards. Second down and 15 from the U-Pike 38-yard line. Haley Engel on the call here. We are glad to have you with us across the Rams Digital Sports Network. 2:21 left to go in the first half. The Rams will get it to start out the second half of play. Finally scoring at 24-3. Bowen Smith with three receivers on the right, one on the near short end. Delayed handoff. Willis cuts back up the middle, dances to his left and tackled at the 40-yard line. Good play that time by Bluefield's linebacker, Rashawn Poindexter. Poindexter was originally listed as a defensive lineman. He dropped back to try to make that tackle, and he is out. So Logan Petrone coming back on, as well as Hunt Cruz. Third down and about 13 from their own 40-yard line. Three receivers to the right for Bowen Smith. Looks to get the ball, claps, then gets it. Snap, handoff, Willis. Bluefield trying to bring him down in the backfield, and they finally do. Courtesy Barnes as well as Logan Patron, the initial contact that time was made by Chris DeBerry, battling injuries throughout his career. It's a loss of about 2 yards, 4th down and 15. Timeout called, and we will take a break. 1:38 left to go in this first half. 24-3, Rams down by 21. Rams are down 24-3, 1:38 left to go in the first half, forcing U-Pike to punt, a rarity today. Chandler is back at his own 23-yard line. Tyrese Henry ready to receive at his own 28. Movement on the line of scrimmage. I don't think the Rams got a man off in time. They had a timeout to get the personnel ready, and they did not do it correctly. Oh, that's inexcusable. That's the second illegal substitution call on Bluefield in the game. They had a timeout to get the right people on the field, and this has just been kind of a comedy of errors for Bluefield College so far. It is just a 5-yard penalty. It was 4th down and 15. Now it's 4th down and 10. That moves the ball up to the U-Pike 43-yard line. Tyrese Henry awaits back at his own 23 now. Snap to Chandler. Gets the punt off, and it's a high one. Henry calls for the ball. It bounces onto the near sideline, takes a U-Pike bounce very close to Tyrese Henry's leg. Rolls out of bounds at the 21-yard line. So Bluefield has 79 yards to go. Well, Bluefield with 1:27. If you get a touchdown here, you're only down by 2 scores, and you get the ball back to start in the third quarter. The Rams need a touchdown here. Very much so. They only have one timeout. That timeout right before the punt was a Bluefield timeout. Aiden Wilder sets up at his own 21-yard line. 3 receivers lined up on the left side. Snap to Wilder, looks to throw. Now he'll try to draw up the middle, runs out to the right side and pushed out at the 22-yard line for a yard gain. Broadnax there again, the linebacker shoving the Bluefield quarterback out. It'll stop the clock, though, at 1:21 left to go. 2nd down and 9 from the Bluefield 22. So 78 yards to go. This is where they need a bomb, because Bluefield has been able to move the ball on big plays this year. So 2nd down and 9. 1:21 left to go. Ball is spotted at the 22-yard line. Wilder's back. Heaves it down the far sideline. Patron slows down, makes the catch inside the U-Pike 40, and dragged down close to the 35. That's the big play they asked for, as Patron was dialed up on the bomb. 1st and 10 Bluefield in U-Pike territory with 1:08 left to go. Clock is still rolling as they set up the ball. Patron is ready to go. 1st down and 10 from the 36. Snap to Wilder. He's back. Steps up. Rolls out to the left. Breaks a tackle at first and then dragged down at the 35-yard line. Very close to a gain or no gain. So almost a gain of 1. Now Bluefield, clock is still rolling. They need to set it up. 40 seconds now. 24-3 is the score. They need a touchdown very badly. Patron a little bit shaken up after that one. Got hit hard. Clock is all the way rolled down to 30 seconds as Wilder steps back, looks to throw, hangs it on the right side, caught by Huntley and then dropped. So that'll stop the clock at least with 27.4 seconds left to go. 3rd down and 10 from the 36-yard line of U-Pike. A huge pass to Patron. And Patron, if he was hitting stride, that's a touchdown. He was wide open. Sure-handed wide receiver from Newport News, Virginia. So it's a 3rd down and 10. Wilder, the quarterback. Huntley, the running back behind him. Greg Ebron lined up on the right. 3rd down and 10. 27 seconds left to go first half. Rams are down by 3 touchdowns. Wilder calls for the ball. Now he gets it on 3rd down. Steps up, and he is going to shuffle it out to the left for Jordan Huntley, who's dragged down for a loss anyway. So Wilder was going down on a sack. Got hit hard, threw it out to the left on a desperation effort, and it's a loss of 3 as Huntley made the catch, and I think Bluefield will try to line up maybe for one last heave. No. Clock is rolling down to 2-1, and that is it. Or excuse me, the official says that Bluefield called a timeout. So the Rams looked like they were ready to go out and go to halftime, but instead they're going to go with a timeout here, 4th down and about 13. That won't matter with 2 seconds left to go in the game in the first half. They're going to try one last bomb at the end of the first half. Got to believe that U-Pike will go into prevent in the secondary here. 24-3 the score. The U-Pike Bears have been great as soon as Bluefield gets into their territory. They really lock it down. Haley Engel on the call here. It's been a tough one for Bluefield again. Week 3 of really lopsided games for the Rams. And, well, the ball security's been there. They have not coughed up the ball on an interception or a fumble, knock on wood, as of yet. U-Pike has been able to move at will with their starting quarterback that they have taken out of the game in Trevon Wofford. So the Rams line up so many defensive backs lining up as safeties back at the 10-yard line, 3 of them. Only 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and then 8 defensive backs. Or excuse me, 5 defensive backs. Snap on 4th down. Wilder has to draw, looks up to the right, heaves it for the end zone, and knocked down. So the Hail Mary at the end of the first half comes up with nothing for Bluefield, and the Rams go into their locker room down 24-3 as we will go into halftime here in Pikeville, Kentucky. 21-point lead for the Bears on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Quick halftime update here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield set to get the ball in the second half. Right now down 24-3. We take a look at the stats so far. 24-3 the score. 15 first downs for U-Pike, only 8 for Bluefield. Total of 79 net rushing yards for the Rams and 131 for the Bears. Passing yards, 69 for Aiden Wilder, 153 for U-Pike, spread out across two quarterbacks in Wofford, who has 105 in the air, and then Bowen Smith with 48 and a touchdown. Total offensive plays, Rams have had 34. U-Pike with 34 as well, but the Rams have only amounted to 148 yards. U-Pike with 284. No turnovers as of yet. U-Pike has returned 1 punt for 5 yards. Rams have returned 3 kickoff returns for 33 yards, and there has been 1 return for U-Pike for 23. Interception returns, neither team has thrown a pick yet today. 4 punts for Tanner Griffith for 40.8 yards. He's got a leg on those punts. He's really booted the ball well and shown why he has been a great choice to be the punter so far this year, replacing Drake Presley, doing it all for Bluefield as far as kicking and punting. 2 punts for Pikeville's William Chandler have both gone 25 yards. Fumbles lost. Neither team has lost a fumble. Rams coughed the ball up once on a low snap. 6 penalties for the Rams for 52 yards. 6 penalties for Pikeville for 60 yards. Time of possession, Rams have actually had the ball longer than U-Pike today. Nearly 16 minutes of possession time for Bluefield College as opposed to 14 minutes and 9 seconds for the Bears. Wilder is the leading rusher for Bluefield College today. 64 yards on 10 attempts. Caleb Gibson, 5 attempts and 13 yards. And Jordan Huntley has only gotten 2 yards on 1 attempt. Wilder has 8 completions out of 18 attempts, 69 yards. A 41-yard pass to Lowell Patron, who is leading the way for Bluefield with 44 yards receiving off of 2 catches. Jaquan Ebron also has 2 catches for 21 yards. Greg Ebron with 2 catches for 3 yards. And Jordan Huntley with 2 catches for 1 yard. Tanner Griffith has the lone points today for Bluefield. Kicked a field goal from 41 yards out to nail it. A very impressive kick from Tanner Griffith. And that really is it for Bluefield on the offensive end. Tackling leader again, DeMarcus Wimbush with 5, as well as Tyrese Henry with 5. Wimbush with 2 unassisted and 3 assisted. Tyrese Henry has 3 unassisted and 2 assisted. Michael Barnes with 4 coming off of the edge, as well as Carter Fry with 2 total tackles. Joran Brodnax with 5 total tackles, with Nyshan Bell helping him out. Taryn Brown with 5 tackles as well for U-Pike, and Joe Fluker with 4. Zandre Willis has a touchdown today on 79 yards rushing, 6 yards an attempt. Darius Gibson with 1 lone attempt today that went 35 yards. Trevon Wofford, the quarterback that started, more of the rushing quarterback, 4 attempts for 15 yards. He was sacked once, 3.8 yards per carry, as Alexander Shelton got a touchdown in the Wildcat formation. Wofford 105 yards through the air. Smith with 48. Alexander Shelton scored 2 touchdowns today, 1 on the ground and 1 with a reception. Shelton 3 receptions, 72 yards with 1 touchdown. Artis Clark with 2 receptions for 17 yards. Trevor Jones with 2 receptions for 13 yards. And Robert Sims made 1 catch for 51 yards. Austin Turner has been the primary punt returner. He made 5 yards after a couple of good Tanner Griffith punts. Alex Sanders has returned a couple for U-Pike as well on the kickoff end for 1 time for 23 yards. So that is it. About 7 minutes before we start out the third quarter. Still at halftime, and the Rams are down 24-3. Welcome back. We are ready for the second half as Bluefield is down 24-3. 3 touchdowns separate them and the U-Pike Bears after Bluefield could not get through that U-Pike defense when it came down close to the red zone. Tanner Griffith booted it through on a 41-yard impressive kick and now has made it a 21-point game. Daniel Phillips is ready to kick it away. Tyrese Henry as well as Greg Ebron back for Bluefield College. Bailey Engel here on the call. We are glad to have you with us. Audio-only broadcast. We will be back at home next week as the Rams take on Ave Maria for Community Day. Hopefully you guys can make the trip out. 6 o'clock kickoff for Bluefield College. But now, 30 more minutes to play against U-Pike. If it stays the way it is, the Bears will have their 8th ever win to improve to 8-0 against Bluefield College. That one is booted on the near sideline, caught by Greg Ebron at the 13, cuts on the far sideline and dragged down at the 17. Maybe at the 16, nowhere to go, and that's where the Rams will have to start deep in their own territory again to start out in the second half. Aiden Wilder has really been the entire offense for Bluefield today. He has had to draw up the middle, and you know that the problem with the Rams the past couple of years, still working with an inexperienced offensive line. Now Gibson is the running back, 2 receivers either side. Wilder in the gun. 1st and 10 from his own 17. Low snap, takes it. Steps up in the pocket, has to draw yet all day, lost the ball, still loose. And a scrum at the 14-yard line. U-Pike pointing that they have it. There was only one man that said that, and he was wrong, so it'll be 2nd down and long. Aiden Wilder had decent protection that time. He was back there for a very long time and then lost the ball. So now it's 2nd down and 13, putting Bluefield back at the 14-yard line. 2 receivers in either side of the field. Ball is spotted on the far hash. 2nd down and 13, 24-3 the score. Wilder in the gun. Takes the snap, looks to throw, draws up the middle, cuts to the right, crosses the 15, now at the 20, lowers the shoulder and banged as he got to the 25-yard line. Good gain there for Bluefield. It's a gain of about 11. Now the Rams will be 2 yards short of the 1st down, 3rd down and 2. They get him up to the 24, and they need to get it to the 27. So they call it 3rd down and 3. Trips receivers to the right of Wilder. 1 receiver to his left in Lowell Patron Jr. They load up the box with 4 down linemen for U-Pike. Now they bring him back, 3 down linemen. Snap to Wilder, looks right, has to step up, and he's hit as he throws. It skips in the turf, and it'll be 4th down and 3. Another tough one for Bluefield. Wilder had the pocket collapsing, and he will walk off of the field. Tanner Griffith ready to punt, a 3 and out. That's not what the Rams needed at all. Pressured, he stepped up, looked like he was going to throw it to the right and hit hard as he did it, skipped into the turf. And Joe Fluker was right there to get it on his skip. He was lucky it was too low. Fluker could have returned that into the end zone. So Tanner Griffith is ready to go. Turner back to receive at his own 35. Griffith has done a pretty good job of punting today. Snap to Griffith, pressure coming, gets a punt off, and it's another beauty. Turner makes the catch at his own 35-yard line, cuts up the middle, 40, 45, veers out right near the 50, and tackled by DeMarcus Wimbush at the 48 of U-Pike. So U-Pike starts out with good field position again, up 24-3. Have to see if Bowen Smith or Trevon Wofford come out for U-Pike. Wofford did a great job today of starting, as he will now start at the 49-yard line of Bluefield. Of U-Pike. And Wofford is back on as the quarterback. More of the option guy, and he can also throw, has an absolute cannon. Wofford works with Darius Gibson, the running back, who has one 35-yard rush today. 1st down and 10, 3 receivers to the left of Wofford. Gibson also perched on his left in the backfield. 1 receiver to the far side. Snap on 1st down. Wofford draws up the middle, dances on the near sideline, stiff arm, and lunges up to the Bluefield 45-yard line. Barnes finally made the tackle. Gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. Yard to gain is the Bluefield 41. They're at the 45 now. Wofford and Willis, both of them, the way they run, it's almost like they aren't running up the middle at full speed. They kind of wait. There's that patience there with them and wait for the holes to develop. And they have developed so far today. 2nd down and 4. Willis is the running back. Snap, and he waited again. Drew right up the middle, and Willis got across the 40 to the 39-yard line, moving the chains. There were men in the backfield for Bluefield, and they had that last-second handoff and gave it over to Willis at the 39-yard line now for U-Pike, a 1st down. Already leading 24-3, 12:40 left to go in the first part of the second half of the third quarter. Shelton jogs off of the field, the wide receiver who already has a couple of touchdowns today for U-Pike. 1st down and 10 at the 39-yard line in the pistol. Snap to Wofford, lost the ball in the handoff. Bluefield tries to pick it up, and they do. Michael Everett rolls over on it at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 Bluefield, first turnover of the day, and the 2nd fumble recovery of the year for Michael Everett. So a turnover that the Rams desperately needed. We'll have to see if they can get 7 points out of it. Had a kind of unfamiliar pistol formation for U-Pike there. And the handoff did not go well. So 1st and 10 for Bluefield at their own 44-yard line. Rams with a flash of momentum. Can they do something with it? 4-man line of scrimmage. Snap to Wilder. Rolls left. Sets his feet. Pump fake. Hangs it on the far sideline. Looking for Patron. Nearly intercepted. That ball was flying inside the 10-yard line. Patron had a man beat. It was underthrown. And the defensive back for U-Pike got a hand on it. That was Brown. Got the ball down. It'll be 2nd down and 10. I think the Rams should run another play like that. And I know it didn't work, but one of them eventually has to. You have to give Patron a break at some point. But he's got the stamina. You got to keep him running down the field. 2nd down and 10 from the 44-yard line. Rams down 24-3. 12:09 remaining third quarter. 2 receivers spread out on the left, short end of the field, bunch. Snap to Water, looks to throw again, dumps it left to White. White with a stutter step in the backfield, lowers the shoulder, and gets a slow 2-yard gain. That's actually Xavier Freeman, not White, so Xavier Freeman gets a catch, moves the Rams across their own 45-yard line to the 46. It'll be 3rd down and 8. So after the fumble recovery, the Rams have so far only moved 2 yards. I think for the rest of the game, they really are in 4-down territory. 11:40 remaining in this one. 2 receivers either side, 3rd down and 8. Snap to Wilder, drops back again, rolls out right, still drops back, still dropping back. He's got to get rid of the ball, throws it away, and they are looking for the call here. Will this be an intentional grounding? No flag, and instead it will just be an incomplete pass. Wilder dropped back about 15 yards. The U-Pike crowd, as well as the U-Pike coaches, want an intentional grounding so badly, and instead it'll just be 4th down and 8 instead of 4th down and eternity. So now another punt. After the fumble recovery, the Rams move 2 yards. Frustrating day for Bluefield College, 4th down and 8. Tanner Griffith back to punt, Turner back to receive. Flag comes out right as he gets the punt off, and it's a deep one. Turner veers to the left. It tipped off of him. Ball's rolling loose inside the 5. Rams flop on it at the 4-yard line. This should be a 1st down for Bluefield as there was a flag back at the 45-yard line. Where will this be? So I have to see if there was movement on the offensive line or if U-Pike had a bit of movement as well. If not, it's a huge break for Bluefield, and it could possibly be 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Rams are ready to set up with 1st and goal. The officials are ready to call, and I think the Rams will be able to decline this one. So I have to see here. There's a man lined up in the neutral zone for U-Pike, and the Rams catch a break. A muffed punt from Turner, and now Bluefield has 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. So Tanner Griffith setting up Bluefield well after a deep punt muffed by Turner. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Xavier Freeman is the running back. Ebron's lining up on the right. Greg Ebron, the receiver on the near side, and Jaquan Ebron lining up as the slot receiver. In the gun, Wilder's back, takes the snap, fires a fade, and incomplete. Ebron tried to make the catch with one hand on the right side. Incomplete, 2nd down and goal from the 4. That's a big break. The Rams already recovered a fumble, and then now they recovered a muff punt at the 4-yard line. So now we're going to see big personnel coming in for Bluefield. 2 defensive linemen lining up, Colin O'Donnell as well as Kayshawn Ridgel in the backfield. Xavier Freeman, the running back, snap to Wilder, handoff Freeman right up the middle, and he gets nowhere. Might have gotten a yard on that. They couldn't have got a push from Colin O'Donnell or Kayshawn Ridgel. So 2nd down and goal turns to 3rd down and goal. And I don't think they'll move the stick at all.
3rd down and goal.
From the 4-yard line. So after that failed, Ridgel as well as O'Donnell back onto the far sideline. Xavier Freeman, the running back behind him. 2 receivers bunt to the right. 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line. 24-3 the score. Bringing Patron in motion right to left. Snap to Wilder. Design rollout to the right. Still looking for a man. Drops back. Fires for the end zone. Tipped and almost intercepted. Incomplete. If you're the Rams, you can't kick this. You absolutely cannot kick this if you want to go to win in this game, and they're going to kick it. Well, maybe they are able to kick it here, but it should be a chip shot for Tanner Griffith. And a missed opportunity for the Rams, but tip of the cap to you, Pike. So this will be a very short field goal attempt. It's going to be about 21 yards. Rams had it at the 4-yard line. That design rollout sent Wilder backing up to close to his 20-yard line. Snap is high, the hold is down, the kick is up, and good. Tanner Griffith makes it 24-6 after the 21-yarder. After the muff punt that put Bluefield at the 4-yard line, they couldn't get it into the end zone, and now they have made it a 24-6 ball game. We will step aside here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. 24-6. Tanner Griffith ready for the kickoff, and Boots kick right to the 11-yard line. Caught there, moving up the middle at the 25, breaks free of a tackle at the 35, 40, near sideline 45, a flag out, still getting blocks down the near sideline, 35-30, almost tripped up near sideline, and he goes all the way, touchdown. There is a flag back at the 36-yard line, and we'll have to see if this will count. U-Pike is celebrating, but this could possibly be coming back. That's the second time today where a long kickoff return taken back by Alex Sanders might have to be negated. Waiting for the flag. And a holding going on U-Pike. That'll push it back. So a hold at the 36-yard line, but boy, he picked up some good blocks down this near side. That is an impressive run. Still a first down for U-Pike. Have to see where the spot of the foul was. The flag landed at about the 36. So he was about ready to score. 10-12 left to go, third quarter. See where they'll move this ball. If that would have stood, it would have been a 89-yard return. I don't think the official exactly knows where this foul is going to be either. They're just walking around. The chain gang hasn't followed him. He's ready to put it down. The white cap is back inside the 20-yard line. The umpire has the ball at the 40. That's where the Rams look like they want to line up. U-Pike is not sure where they're going to go. The sticks are back at the 20, and now they're finally moving the ball back. Well, the umpire moves his way inside the 30 and places it at the 29-yard line. So that negates what would have been an 89-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. 1st and 10 Bears. Wofford lines up in the shotguns. Andre Willis, the running back to his left, had the Century Club yet last year against the Rams. Might get it today at 79 yards in the first half. Snap to Wofford, pitches left. Willis crosses at the 30, near sideline 35. Still on his feet, 40, 45, 50. Into Rams territory now, tight roping down the near sideline. Crosses the 40-yard line all the way up to the 38. And I believe that puts him in the century mark. Zondre Willis with that option, read it so well, trying to add on to this 24-6 lead. 18-point lead already for U-Pike. That's a missed opportunity for the Rams to score at the 4-yard line. They couldn't get any yardage. Once again in the gun. Here's Wofford, snap. Makes the handoff, fires middle, caught by Shelton, 15, angles left at the 10, 5, is he gonna get in? Lost the ball at the 1-yard line, Tyrese Henry flopped down on it. A U-Pike player there as well. If the Rams have it, it is another turnover. And instead, U-Pike has the ball, 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Shelton with a dangerous lunge that time to get into the end zone. It was knocked out right at the last second. Tyrese Henry was able to knock the ball out, nearly landed on it. So 1st and goal for the Bears. What a break that would have been. I mean, he was trying to drag a man into the end zone. 1st and goal from the 1. Oh, Shelton has been the big man, really tough to get down, and Henry is down on a knee. And Bluefield's training staff is out to talk it over with the redshirt senior safety. We'll be right back on the Rams Digital Sports Network. 1st and goal from the 1 coming up for U-Pike. Tyrese Henry as well as Chris DeBerry walked off of the field. Now, actually, Henry is back on. DeBerry walks off. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line for U-Pike. In the pistol again. Snap to Wofford, handoff. Willis ducks his head. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown to U-Pike. Zondre Willis, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game, makes it 30-6, and U-Pike has ran away with it. And a shocking turn of events. Both of these teams are 0-2. Bluefield College has looked a little lost on defense in this game. 30-6 the score, 9:11 left to go 3rd quarter. Daniel Phillips out to make it 31-6. Snap, the hold, kick is away and good. 31-6, 25-point lead for the U-Pike Bears as we take a break on the Rams Digital Sports Network. 9:11 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Welcome back, everybody. 31-6 the score. U-Pike leading this one. 9:11 left to go. Zaniel Phillips on the kickoff. Sends it to Ebron. Has a fair catch of the 11. That'll move him up to the 25-yard line. Been a tough one for Bluefield College, folks. The ball security has been there for Bluefield College, and we thought that that was the reason why they really struggled in those first two games, but it seems like it's more than just the ball security that the Rams are struggling with. Offense has not found a rhythm in the run game. Aiden Wilder running for his life. Receivers have been talented enough to make a few great catches. As the offensive line has been a question. First down and 10 from their own 25-yard line. 4 down linemen. Snap to Wilder. Back to throw. Here comes the blitz. Dumps it left on a screen. Huntley crosses the 25. Dances close to the 30-yard line and tripped up at the 29. It was a design screen, but boy, Wilder hung on to that ball very, very long before he dumped it off. It's a gain of 4, second down and 6. They actually give him the spot up to the 30, and it'll be second down and 5. Inside of 9 minutes left to go, third quarter, 31-6 the score. Two receivers either side. Moving on the line of scrimmage, no flag as Wilder draws up the middle, crosses the 30, and gets flattened at the 32. Gain of 2, third down and 3. Each time the edges are swarming in. And Wilder just can't do anything about it. Hangs on the ball for a long time. But that time he couldn't. 8:16 left to go in the third quarter. Third down and 3 from the 32-yard line. Trips receivers to the right, takes the snap on third down. Rolls out to the right, under pressure, might draw again, sets his feet, fires near sideline, almost intercepted and then dropped. Right into the hands of Cedric Thomas. That absolute bullet clonked right off of his gloves, and it's a fourth down and 3 coming up in another punt situation with the Rams down 31-6 in the third quarter. So unless something drastic absolutely happens in the next half of this third quarter as well as the fourth quarter, U-Pike will be 8-0 all time against Bluefield. They have a new man back to receive this punt. It's Trevor Jones. Griffith receives the snap, sends off another high spiraling punt. Jones makes the catch at the 14-yard line, spins near sideline, still on his feet, 15, runs out of bounds at the 17-yard line. About a 3-yard return. And that is where Pikeville will set up with 7:48 left to go in the third quarter, down 31-6. Tough one for Bluefield, folks. U-Pike set the tone early thanks to Wofford, the quarterback. Bowen Smith also came in through a touchdown pass. Alexander Shelton has been an absolute monster to try to get down. He's 6'0", 196. And I got to think that he might be over 200 pounds. He is a big dude. Wofford lines up as the quarterback again. Gibson, the running back beside him. Jones and Shelton on the far sideline. First down and 10 from the 19 of U-Pike. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. And they brought out one at the very last second in Damian Sutton. Now he has to move in motion. Play clock down to 14, and I think U-Pike will have to call a timeout to figure out what they want to do here. And they will. Bears call a timeout, 7:48 left to go. Third quarter, they lead 31-6. From the 19-yard line after the timeout, that is where U-Pike lines up. Snap to Wofford, rolls to the right, dumps it right, caught by Gibson on a screen crossing the 20. Michael Everett carries him out of bounds on the far sideline for a solid gain of about 4 yards. Moves them actually 5 yards, close to the 25-yard line. They mark him out at the 23, so it was a 4-yard gain, second down and 6. Bluefield has a lot to work on, down 31-6, 7:25 left to go in the game, or excuse me, in the third quarter. Wofford in the backfield as the quarterback again. Bowen Smith will likely get some more reps in the fourth quarter. Bluefield showing blitz, snap, fakes the handoff on second down, steps back, hurls it down the deep middle of the field. It is caught inside the 30-yard line, down at the 28. One heck of a catch for Kevin Felder. And Travis Clinch on the coverage. Let him get behind him, and that was an absolute bomb from Wofford. First down Bears at the Bluefield 30-yard line. 6:48 left to go in the third quarter. Boy, Wofford has been the running quarterback, but he can throw. He can absolutely throw. First down and 10 at the Bluefield 30. Snap to Wofford, delayed handoff in the backfield. Couple of broken tackles. And that time Rashad Butler gets up to the 26-yard line. 4-yard gain, second down and 6. So Butler running against his former team. Was a freshman phenom for Bluefield College in that year where Rams actually had a winning season, finished second in the Appalachian Division of the Mid-South. Second down and 6 to go from the 21-yard line. Excuse me, the 26-yard line. They need to get it to the 20. And the gun, Wofford. Delayed handoff, Butler near sideline, breaks a tackle 20, stutter step close to the 15 and hit hard. That was DeMarcus Wimbush on Butler. And the former teammates, pretty excited about that one. Get up to the 17, good enough to move the chains. First down, U-Pike. Butler with a big tackle. Andre Willis comes in, or excuse me, Wimbush with a big tackle on Butler. Willis comes in, Butler relieved of his duties. 5:58 left to go third quarter. First down and 10 from the Bluefield 17-yard line. Wofford with trips receivers to the right looking to score. Hands it off to the right. Willis dances around at the 11-yard line and finally tackled down by Turner. So second down and about 5. The 11-yard line. That's where they line up now. Need to get it to the 7. So second down and 4 or 5. Trying to get the spots right, folks. Been a tough one today to keep track of. Wofford in the gun, 2 receivers bunch to the right, 1 on the near side. All from the right hash, snap on second down. Fires a fade near sideline, caught. Did he drag a foot in? No, out of bounds. That was a heck of a catch from Robert Sims III, and they would love to have a replay of that because it looked very close to that one being a catch. All you need is 1 foot in. That was a beautiful ball from Wofford. 31-6 the score, a 25-point game. Third down and 5 from the Bluefield 11-yard line. Twins to the right. Sims still lined up on the left on Travis Clinch. Need to get it to the Bluefield 7. Snap to Wofford, handoff Gibson, counters to the left, crosses the 10, stutter step at the 5, lowers the shoulder, close to the goal line, and he is down at the 2. Good enough for a first down, and it's first down and goal for U-Pike. Michael Everett finally there to get him. First and goal from the 1. 31-6, 5 minutes left to go third quarter, and U-Pike is starting to run it up on Bluefield. Wofford in the gun. Shelton, a receiver out to the right, as well as Sutton. Sims III towering over Clinch on the near side. Gibson is the running back to the right of Wofford. First down and goal from the 1-yard line. In the shotgun, Wofford ready to go, takes the snap, looks to throw, fires right, flags come out. Catch is made in the end zone, but it will not count. And a false start on U Pike, that'll push him back 5 yards. 31-6 the score. The only points have been scored by Tanner Griffith so far in this one. Second down and goal. They move it back to the 6-yard line. So Rashad Butler lines up as the running back now. And the crowd mic is very close to the fans here at Hambly Athletic Complex. Should be first down and goal from the 6. Snap, handoff to Butler at the 5, still trying to get in. And he's still on his feet at the 5-yard line. And it will be flags thrown after the play. Looks like a bit of a scrum in the middle again. Flags coming up, and we'll have to see where they will go. This could possibly be late hits on Bluefield. The frustration starting to mount here with 4:03 left to go, third quarter. Second out and goal. Maybe some shoving, and you can kind of expect that in a 25-point game. But boy, U Pike has really came out blasting today. Played against the number 10 team in the country, took them to overtime last week, and then the week before that, they had to play against Murray State, and that's an FCS team. So it's first down and goal from the 6-yard line when that play started. Have to see where these flags go. It was a false start that moved them from the 1 to the 6. Here's the white cap. So unsportsmanlike conduct called on Wesley Neese. So that will go on the Bears and move them back 15 yards. So it'll be first and goal from very far away, right around the 21-yard line. Second down and goal. So the marker says second down. It's a loss of down because it was first down. Second down and goal from the 20-yard line. Well, this is going to be a long one here. Gibson lines up as the running back to the left. Everybody's trying to figure out what's about to happen. 3:43 left to go. Wofford, the quarterback. Twins receivers to the right. Low snap. Wofford fakes the handoff, draws to the left, gets a couple of blocks, crosses the 10. Stiff arm at the 5, lunging towards the goal line and hit down to the 1-yard line. A 19-yard carry. That was a great use of the RPO. And now it'll be third down and goal right where they started at the 1-yard line. So third down and goal. Wofford comes out, and I think this is going to be that wild bear formation. Everybody's running in and out. Last man to run in is Jaden Neese, the running back. So Shelton will line up as the quarterback. Third down and goal from the 1, looking for his third touchdown of the game. Low snap, has to pick it up off the turf, draws on the left side, and he scored anyway. Touchdown to U Pike, his third touchdown of the ball game. And that makes it 37-6. And that ball was on the carpet, picked it up, and he still had the blocks ready. 2:50 left to go, third quarter, third touchdown of the ball game for Shelton. Daniel Phillips is out to try to make it 38-6. Looks for the snap, he gets it, hold is down, kick is up, and good. 38-6. U Pike has ran away from this one. 2:50 left to go, third quarter. 38-6, the score. Rams are down with 2:50 left to go in the third quarter. Kick is away, drops to the 15. Ebron gets it on a bounce at the 13-yard line, dances around for a few yards up to the 19. Didn't get far on that. Bluefield just trying to score a touchdown today. U-Pike has flattened any of their opportunities. Rams' best chance to score was when it was 24-3. They got the ball at the 4-yard line after a muffed punt, and then they could not move the ball a yard. Tanner Griffith kicked another field goal. He has been the only scorer today for Bluefield College. Glad to have you with us on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bailey Angle on the call for you.
Resting near the 19-yard line, 1st and 10. Bluefield.
So 1st and 10, Bluefield at their own 19-yard line. Wilder still in as the quarterback. Huntley right behind him. 2 receivers far side. Calls for the ball. He gets it, looks to the left, pump fake, has to roll out left, moves to the right, still looking, fires near sideline. Caught by Greg Ebron, close to the first down, and he will get it. Moves him up across the 35-yard line, and they spot him at the 37. Good gain for Bluefield of 18 yards. First down. Rams have to move with the no huddle. Good connection there. Wilder had to run out and force that ball in there. That's what he's had to do all day for anything. First down and 10 at the 37. Snap and a flag comes out. Hand off to Huntley. Duked around to the 39-yard line. A 2-yard gain, but a flag. We'll have to see what it is. Stops the clock at 2:14 left to go third quarter. 38-6 the score. Rams down by 32 points. Still waiting for the call. Officials confirming it. Might have been lining up in the neutral zone. And it was. So it's a 5-yard penalty and a replay first down. So it'll be first down and 5 now from the 42-yard line. So first down and 5. If they change the marker, which they should, official moves 5 yards up to the 42. First down and 5 for Bluefield. If Pikeville lines up in the same formation, they do. 4 down linemen with 1 showing blitz off of the far edge. Rams in the shotgun. Snap to Wilder. Delayed handoff. Huntley nowhere to go. Boy, Bennett Wilson blew through the offensive line and dropped him for about a 5-yard loss. And it will be a 5-yard loss. So now it's second down and 10 even after the penalty. Huntley tried to break free. Gibson is now in as the running back. Well, it's been a bit of a learning curve with some of these running backs. It's been tough. Huntley hasn't played football since high school. He's a senior, and Gibson is a freshman. Minute 34 left to go. In the third quarter, second down and 10 from the 37. Snap to Wilder, looks to throw on second down, rolls out right, dumps it left, and he threw it away. Third down and 10, a minute 24 left to go. Only receiver in the area that could have caught that, or it could have been the intended receiver on that, was Greg Ebron. That's the only thing that saved that from being an intentional grounding penalty. So third down and 10 from the 37. 38-6 Rams trail in the third quarter. Wilder in the gun once more. U-Pike relentless with 4 men on the line of scrimmage. They will not blitz, and now the linebacker comes in. Wilder back to throw, sacked one more time. Back at the 26-yard line. Defensive line has absolutely punished him today. It'll be fourth down and very long.
Fourth down.
Oh, Tanner Griffith is out. I believe that Tanner Griffith might be our guest on the BC Coaches Show this Monday at 7 o'clock at Applebee's in Bluefield, Virginia. Students, if you make your way out there, 10% off with your student ID. So Tanner Griffith has been the star today for Bluefield because really only the few good things that have happened have been off of his foot. The 2 scores and the solid punts. As he gets this one off, end over end, far sideline, takes a Pikeville roll to the right, close to the U-Pike 40-yard line, and they will set up shop at their own 41. 35 seconds left to go in the third quarter. U-Pike varying it with their quarterbacks today with Wofford and Bowen Smith. Haven't seen Bowen Smith since the second quarter, though. I got to think that Wofford might be out there again. 38-6 the score. He has showed an absolute cannon today. And he doesn't look like he's about to go out. So it will be Bowen Smith in as the quarterback. Wofford on the sideline right at the 50-yard line. His team up by 32. Bowen Smith out as the quarterback with Rashad Butler, the former Bluefield College Ram, to his left with 3 receivers on the left. First down and 10 at the 41-yard line. Bowen Smith, loud clap of the ball. He gets it, fakes the handoff, dumps middle. It's caught right across the 50-yard line. Ball is loose. Rams pick up the fumble. Michael Everett wants it to be a fumble, but instead they say it was down after the catch. So he gets up to the Bluefield 49-yard line. That catch, by the way, made by Austin Turner. Already has a muff punt today. And moves the chains. First down and 10. 20 seconds left to go. Third quarter. U-Pike taking their time, getting the calls from the near sideline. Al Holland, 10th season as the head coach. This U-Pike program has never lost to Bluefield. 5 seconds, now 4. The play clock never started because it was already under that amount of time. So that is it for the third quarter. So now we are ready for the fourth quarter. 38-6. U-Pike leads Bluefield here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. Ready for the fourth quarter. Take a look at these stats. Zondre Willis punishing Bluefield for another year. 123 yards for the running back. 2 touchdowns for the U-Pike number 3. Strayvon Wofford in the air with 152 yards. He's connected on 151-yard pass. Alexander Shelton has scored a couple of touchdowns today. 2 on the ground and 1 through the air. First and 10 from the 49-yard line of Bluefield. Snap to Bowen Smith. Hangs it on the left side. Caught at the 45. Cuts up at the 40. Good enough for a first down. Ball popped out again. Rams fall on it. Chris DeBerry made the recovery. Was he in bounds when he did it? Whistle did not blow until the official had realized Bluefield made the recovery, and it looks like U-Pike will keep the ball. Catch was made on the far sideline by number 80, Kevin Felder. So Felder made the catch, popped out right at the end. Second down and 1. All spotted at the 40-yard line of Bluefield. 38-6 the score. 14 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the game. Rams have not scored a touchdown so far, and this could be the first game of the year where they have failed to do so. Second down and 1, handoff Butler. He's got the first down, carries a few tacklers up across the 35. DeMarcus Wimbush laid the finishing touches after Miles Hunt Cruz finally got a piece of him. First down and 10 at the Bluefield 34-yard line. Bowen Smith, the senior quarterback, his sophomore counterpart, was the starter today, and I think he's got to be the starter for the rest of the year. Wofford was great. First down and 10. The running game has been very good, though. First down and 10 from the 33. Snap, whips it out right, caught by Clark, spins inside the 30-yard line. Michael Everett makes the tackle at the 29, and it's a gain of about 5 yards. So second down and 5. Clark a bit shaken up on the play. He doesn't want to go out. Still standing up. It's second down and 5 from the Bluefield 29-yard line. Yard to gain is the 24. Every Pikeville fan is still here. We are in the fourth quarter of a very long game, seemingly, if you're a Bluefield College fan. Second down and 5 in the gun. Bowen Smith claps for the ball. Butler lines up to his right. Play action, whips it right, caught by Clark, stood up, spins for a few more yards, and shoved out of bounds. See where those spot him, and looks like he got close to the 20. And it's good enough for a first down. Timeout called on the field by the officials. A Ram lost a helmet. It's Logan Patron who's got to go pick up his cap and walk off the field. That's the rules. New man has to come in for a second, and they will. Man to replace Logan Patron for at least one play will be Rashawn Poindexter. By the way, that catch was good enough for a first down. Into the red zone again. U-Pike up 38-6, 13:05 to play. First down and 10 from the 20. Trips receivers to the left. Maurice Clark, the lone receiver, on the right on the short end. First down and 10. Shotgun snap. Delayed handoff. Butler on the left. Breaks at the 15 and gets up to the 13-yard line. Gain of 7. Second down and 3 to go. Carter Fry made the tackle. 12:40 left to go in the game. 38-6 the score. Tough one for the Rams today. The ball security's been there, and I think that's part of the reason why Bluefield lost those first two games. But U-Pike, even with an 0-2 record, they have looked like the better team of the three teams Bluefield College has played this year. This very complete, very ready to play. Second down and 3 from the Bluefield 14-yard line. Snap, handoff. Butler stood up at the line of scrimmage. Poindexter and Hunt Cruz flattened him there for no gain. Third down and 3. 12 minutes left to go in this one. Ticking inside of that here at Hillard Howard Field. Great crowd on hand. Just one set of stadium bleachers, because on the other side, that's where they play baseball. It's an athletic complex, folks. All AstroTurf. Pikeville going left to right. Right behind the Bluefield bench is a baseball field with a tarp over the mound. Appears that they have one of those turf baseball fields where the only dirt is on the mound, kind of like what you see at Virginia Tech and at Liberty. Right back to football. Play clock down to 3. They got to rush it, and a timeout called by Pikeville. They were not ready for that personnel change there. Another timeout called. It's their first of the second half. We'll take a break. 11:25 left to go in the game. Pikeville leads 38-6. Welcome back, everybody. 11:25 on the clock. 38-6 the score in the fourth quarter. Third down and 3. Pikeville has it at the Bluefield 14-yard line. Snap to Smith, pitches out right to Trevor Jones, and Jones is brought down for no gain. Tackle on the play made by Bluefield's linebacker, Chris Cruz. So the freshman drags him down. And for U-Pike, there is a flag on the field. And we're not ready to get the field goal unit out there. And it is on Bluefield. So an offside called on the Rams. So they lined up in the neutral zone there. That was called on U-Pike a couple of times already, and the Rams followed suit. So it's a 5-yard penalty, makes it first down and goal at the 9-yard line. Darius Gibson in as the running back for U-Pike. 32-point game. Possibly more here. Bowen Smith looks for the ball. 2 receivers out to his left from the left hash. Takes the snap. Makes the handoff to Gibson, fires a fade, right side. Catch is made by Clark, touchdown. Reeds Clark hauls it in. Second touchdown of the season for him, makes it 44-6. Bowen Smith, that's his second touchdown pass of the game. Another pretty ball. Both U-Pike quarterbacks have thrown the ball very well. Daniel Phillips ready to kick this one up. 10:57 left to go, fourth quarter. Good snap, the hold is down, kick is up, and good. 45-6 the score, as U-Pike is excited not only about the Bears score, but apparently the Kentucky score against Florida. We'll step aside and be right back with more Rams football on the Rams Digital Sports Network. It has been a 45-6 thumping of Bluefield. 10:57 left to go in the game. Daniel Phillips kicks this one off, end over end, near side. Jaquan Ebron calls for the fair catch, and that'll move Bluefield up about 6 yards from where he caught it at the 25-yard line. So 10:57 left to go in the game. Rams are still looking for their first touchdown. Have to see if Aiden Wilder comes out again, with this one being such a lopsided score. Rams have not turned the ball over yet today. The turnovers have actually been made by U-Pike on the muff punt as well as a fumble recovery. Rams line out with Bryce Verbal and a new running back in for Bluefield College, and Cameron Wright, number 36. It's actually lined on the roster as a running back. His Verbal dumps to the right. It's caught by Jaquan Ebron. Dances for a few yards up to the 28. Gain of 3, second down and 7. Bryce Verbal has gotten some playing time. We saw him execute a pretty good drive and then threw a pick in the end zone against Faulkner in the first game of the season. Under 11 minutes left to play. Patron lining up as wide receiver on the near sideline. 45-6 the score, 10.5 minutes to play. Verbal takes the snap, draws up the middle, crosses the 30, now at the 35's got the first down, close to the 40-yard line. Rams move the chains, and we have seen that be really the most effective play for Bluefield College today. You just do a draw up the middle. So they move it to the 39-yard line of Bluefield. Solid gain for the Rams. And a first down. So Verbal still in the gun and the spread. One running back behind him. Handed off up the middle, and he'll get to the 42-yard line. On the carry, it's Cameron Wright. Second down and 7. So second down and 7. We got a week before Bluefield College is back at Mitchell Stadium, and I better believe that the Rams really can't take much from this game. 45-6. I mean, Dewey Lusk will probably have something to say about it, but it has been just not much to take from it. As Verbal takes the snap, rolls to the right, dumps it off to White, lowers the shoulder across the 50-yard line. He's got the first down. Oh, Tavis White is in for Bluefield. Sophomore from Statesville, North Carolina, moves the chains as the Rams get the ball up into U-Pike territory at the 49-yard line. 9:25 left to go. First down and 10. Verbal still the quarterback. Two receivers on the left, one on the right on the short end of the field. 3 down linemen for U-Pike in those chrome helmets. First down and 10, snap to Verbal. Here comes the blitz, dumps it left, and he's absolutely flattened. Christian Quirley lining up as the running back. He made a couple of catches last year, and he is nailed back at the Bluefield 46-yard line. They give him another yard to the 47. Second down and 14. It's a loss of 4. Tavis White still in as the running back now, right behind Bryce Verbal. Rams have had no time to throw today. 8.5 minutes to play, now 45-6. Play clock running down, snap to Verbal, looks to throw, and hit as he throws. Ball went behind him, it's a fumble. And there's your first turnover of the day, recovered by Pikeville. Timothy Butler, the defensive back, came up, and the blitz worked out with Verbal throwing the ball. It went behind him after being hit on the play. So the first turnover, 10th turnover of the year for Bluefield College. That sets up U-Pike at the 36 of Bluefield. 45-6 today. 8:23 left to go. Be sure to join us on the Coach's Corner Monday at 7 o'clock at Applebee's in Bluefield, Virginia. And now U-Pike will showcase a new quarterback, Xavier Malone, freshman from Knoxville, Tennessee. Malone, the third quarterback by U-Pike, showcased today. 3-down lineman for the Rams, snap to Malone, handoff Gibson, up the middle across the 35, now at the 25, and dragged all the way up close to the 20 and down to the 19-yard line. Oh, Gibson has been powerful. The Rams have been blown off the ball for most of the game. 8:17 left to play in the red zone again at the 19-yard line. Malone, the quarterback. Darius Gibson. I mean, Zandre Willis across the century mark. Darius Gibson, going into this fourth quarter, is very close to getting at least 70 yards. And the gun again, 1st and 10 from the Bluefield 19. Malone takes the snap, handoff Gibson, and he is wrestled back by Hunt Cruz. Miles Hunt Cruz unblocked, and it's a big loss of 5, 2nd down and 15. Inside of 8 minutes left to play, down at 7:35, and a Ram is down. Let's see who it is. Training staff is out. 45-6 the score. 7:36 remaining in the game. We'll take a break. 7:36 remaining. 45-6. U-Pike leads. .45-6 the score. Malone, the quarterback, trips receivers to the right. Pikeville with the ball at the Bluefield 24. 2nd down and 15, low snap. Malone, a couple of pump fakes, draws up the middle and room to run. Across the 15, lowers the shoulder, close to the 10, but he's hit at the 12-yard line. Gain of 12, 2nd down, turns to 3rd down and short. There's 7 minutes left to go. Folks, this has been a very tough game for Bluefield. Hopefully they can learn something from it. We'll drop to 0-3 on the season today. Pikeville was 0-2, and you would expect after watching them today that they were 2-0. This is a good football team. 6:50 left to go. Malone, the quarterback, Gibson, the running back to his left. Rams loading up the box. 3 receivers out left. Malone calls for the ball. Snap. Play action. Whips it left. Caught. And Tyrese Henry right there to get him. Catch was made by Turner. Tyrese Henry was not fooled. It'll be 4th down and short. And I think Zaniel Phillips is going to come out to make it 48-6. At least that'll be the intention. 6:25 and counting left to go in the game. U-Pike has just operated in Bluefield's side of the field today. Ball is spotted at the 13. This will be close to a 29-yarder. High snap, hold is down. The kick is low, but Good. 48-6 after the 29-yarder is executed. We'll step aside again as Pikeville is ran away with this one. 42-point lead for the Bears over the Rams. Well, they're playing Waka Flocka again here in Kentucky, 48-6. Daniel Phillips sends another high kickoff, and it is fair caught at the 14-yard line by Tyrese Henry. That'll move it up to the 25 with 5:58 to go. Rams will fall to 0-3. Pikeville now historically will improve to 8-0 all-time against Bluefield College. This was a Pikeville team that was allowing a good amount on the ground in the first couple of games. 260 yards on the ground. It was a perfect chance for Bluefield to really move the ball on the ground, and they have not been able to do so. Two receivers on the left as well as the right. Ball spotted dead middle of the field at the 25. Verbal in as the QB. And movement on the line of scrimmage. It'll be a free play as Verbal steps back, hangs it near sideline, tipped and incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Flags in play.
It'll be a 5-yard penalty, false, and it'll be an encroachment. So he called a false start on the defense. That's not the right call. So that's an offside. So we're getting a good joke out of that one here in the press box. 5-yard penalty, 1st and 5 for the Rams at the 30-yard line. Two receivers either side, Verbal. And the shotgun, Tavish White, the running back behind him, 48-6. Rams are down by 42 points. Snap to Verbal, back to throw, steps up, fires far sideline, intended for Ebron. Picked off but out of bounds. Timothy Butler went out on the far side, and that's just an incomplete pass. 2nd down and 5 coming up. Thanks for joining in here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. It has been a tough one for Bluefield College here in Kentucky.
2nd down.
2nd down and 5 from the 30-yard line. Well, the offensive line just has been a question, and I think that for Bluefield in the next couple of years, they really have to stress recruiting offensive linemen. Verbal's forced to drop the middle and loses a yard. Make it 2 yards back to the 28-yard line. 2nd down and 5 turns to 3rd down and 7. Quirley in as a receiver. Another receiver in that hasn't caught a ball yet in this game, Tremaine Jackson, freshman. 5:20 left to go in the game, 48-6 the score with White right behind him. Two receivers, make it 3 receivers on the left. Snap and a design, roll out left side. Verbal swatted as he threw the ball, and the whistle blew. They tried to say it was a fumble. Rams tried to play it up, but I think this is a better situation. That was an incomplete pass. He had no time to throw. 4th down and 7. And here comes the punt team.
4th down. And 7.
Punt team is out for Bluefield. Tanner Griffith ready to kick again. He's been the star of the show today. A couple of field goals, a couple of great punts. He's punting so many times, he's bringing his average down. He sends a low one that time. Jones picks it up on a roll at the 28, goes out on the far sideline, moving backwards, gets a block at the 25, now 30, far sideline, and runs out of bounds at the U-Pike 33-yard line. Inside of 5 minutes left to go. I wonder if U-Pike is just going to keep running to let this clock milk on down. 42-point lead They will be 1-2 on the year. Rams fall to 0-2, and really should just throw this one away and move on to Ave Maria as the Gyrenes make their way to Mitchell Stadium. It'll be a 6 o'clock kickoff and Community Day at Mitchell Stadium. We got a brand new video board, folks. You want to come check it out. Sound system works as well. Malone is the quarterback again, the freshman from Knoxville, Tennessee, getting some playing time. Starting out at his own 32-yard line in the shotgun. Darius Gibson, the running back to his right. I think U-Pike could mess around and have two guys that run for over 100 yards today. Makes the handoff, throws it middle, caught for the first down. A couple of stiff arm across the 45-yard line and up to the 46. Catch was made by Brandon McLeod. Good enough for a first down. Gain of 12. So they're still throwing the ball with 4.5 minutes to play. And we had dubbed this as a rivalry. Folks, the first two games of the Dewey Lusk era against U-Pike were great games. I mean, came down to the wire, final possession stances. Today has just been absolutely different. 3-down lineman for the Rams. Snap handoff right up the middle. He's got room to run across the 45 of Bluefield and hit down at the 41. Another running back in, getting reps. It's Alex Sanders. So Sanders makes it first down, and once again, U-Pike is in Bluefield territory with a little over 4 minutes left to go, and the clock is rolling.
That's good enough for first down. Bears.
Right at the Bluefield 40, Malone in the gun and the pistol. Two receivers set out to the left, one on the right side. High snap, handoff. Sanders on the left side, lunges across the 35 of Bluefield and tackle down at the 33. Rams have some new faces out on defense as well. Gain of 7, second down and 3. Well, they moved up to the 47-yard line. Sanders, the running back, they are still moving the ball at will. 3.5 minutes to play. Might score 50 points if they keep doing this. Malone in as the quarterback, two receivers out right, one on the left side. Laps for the ball, still waiting. Blitz coming. Fakes the handoff. Kind of a broken play as Malone picked up a yard anyway as he lunged across the 30-yard line. And they will spot him close to the first down. Chains have already started to move. And yes, so he meant to try to fake the handoff. Nobody was there, and the Rams still couldn't stop him. Inside of 3 minutes to go, down to 2:55. I think U-Pike is just going to keep the ball on the ground until they can kneel it. They threw the first possession, though, so who knows? And they're starting to throw footballs into the stands. Even the players are throwing footballs, like tiny footballs, not game balls. Kind of seems like a bit much where the players are even participating at this point. You know, you're up 48-6. Handoff left side. Sanders cuts a block, turns the corner across the 25, gets up close to the 20. Push back a couple of yards, and I think forward progress will give him the first down. 2 minutes left to go. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to be exact. And it is a 9-yard carry for Sanders as he got up to the 20-yard line. Moving the clock down inside of 2 minutes. Second down and 1. I think they can really run one more play before they can start kneeling it. Line up in the pistol again. Sanders is the setback. Do have a fullback as Malone claps for the ball on second down and 1 at the 20. Handoff Sanders, right side, has the first down. Scoots for a few more yards across the 15, now the 10, and down at the 7-yard line. First and goal for U-Pike. Minute 35 left to go. And we'll have to see here if Coach really wants them to score another game. That's Al Holland Jr., his 10th season, and they are still lining up to try to score here. In the gun, 1 minute, 20 seconds, 48-6 the score. Sanders, the running back. They are not in victory formation, and they will have the victory here today to make it a 1-2 record for U-Pike. Sanders trying to get into the end zone, and now Malone goes under center. Takes the snap, takes a knee, and that will start the clock to tick down inside of a minute now at 50 seconds. U-Pike with utter domination today against Bluefield College, and a tough one for the Rams to swallow. U-Pike was ready to play on their home turf, and they showed it. So it'll be second down and goal. Malone ready to take another knee to silence the game as the clock ticks down inside of 40 seconds. Malone climbs under center. 30 seconds left to go, and victory formation. This will be an interesting one to talk about with Dewey Luska on Monday. So he takes a snap, takes a knee, and that is it. 48-6, U-Pike wins this one over Bluefield to improve to 8-0 all-time against Bluefield College, and the Bears are now 1-2, while the Bluefield College Rams are 0-3 in the 2019 season. They're going to try to restart things next week against Ave Maria. They take on the Gyrenes from Florida at 6 o'clock at Mitchell Stadium. They'll have a week to let this one marinate and figure out what they need to do to get their first win of the season. Clock has ticked 0, and that means we are done here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. So for everyone watching and listening at home, my name is Bailey Engel, reminding you the final score from Hambly Athletic Complex, U-Pike 48, Bluefield 6. Take it easy, Rams fans.